everybody, welcome to a very special edition of Fourever Rivals. Finals week has arrived, mate, and we're here and fucking up and about, mate. Big week, at least for two of us. The other two can enjoy your Mad Mondays or actually, this is a Mad Wednesday for you two at the bottom. How you going, Liam?
Yeah, we're doing good, mate. You're right. Yeah, it's a Mad Wednesday for sure. Not a lot to be happy about if you're a Richmond fan, but yeah, I'll be at both those wildcard games this week. I'm actually excited for them now, even though I think the wildcard's stupid. I'm excited for some footy. Good games. How we doing? How you doing, Mark? New coach, mate.
Marco, another one having a Mad Wednesday.
Yeah, Mad Wednesdays, mate. It's mad days every day for me, to be quite honest, boys. But good evening, and good evening to the chat. And I'm really looking forward to this week's the finals this week. Is it the finals or is it what is it?
Nah,
the finals or wild
it's not
card?
the finals. Nah, it's not
What
the
is
finals.
it?
It's round 24, man.
I thought so. I thought it was a big finals week.
How can it be? I know Mick tries. Mick puts on the tough exterior there. But he'll be at the game and he'll be pumping as much as he can trying to win it. You know what I mean? So all this now, for all your fucking losers who are going, it's only round 24 and that. If it was only round 24, right, Mark, Essendon would be in it and Richmond would be in it. But you aren't. So what they've done is once you cut down sides, it becomes finals now. It's the same as the World Cup. It's the same as everything, mate. So
it's literally a final. It's not a wild card.
It's a wild card final. Of course it is.
Wild card final.
Are you involved?
No, we're not involved. The wild card.
What about any of the bottom 8? Are they any of them involved?
No, not in the world.
Well, what that means is, can Essendon win the grand final this year?
No.
Can Carlton possibly win the grand final?
No.
No, well, they can because they are contenders now. They're contending for it. So this is what I'm saying. For all you fucking people trying to rain on the parade, right? You just worry about your shit sides. Mick, how are you going? Stop being your fucking tough guy, right? Because I know you. Chokes he plays this persona. He thinks he's fucking Tony Soprano here, right? You're not Tony Soprano, right? You're not Tony Soprano. Maybe you're fucking big pussy, right? Maybe you're a big pussy. How you going, mate?
I am fantastic, and you just got me in the mood for another fucking Sopranos run, mate. And
I know.
But look, man, I'm going to reiterate what you are saying here, my fucking smart-ass fucking comments, man. But at the end of the day, look, I'll speak for my team only. You think whatever you want with your team, and you deserve to be happy with your team. But with my team, man, we finished fucking 9th. Mediocre year. We should be having Mad Mondays and whatever. But lo and behold, the AFL's decided to have this gimmick wild card thing, and here we are. We're playing a wild card match, and we're up against the Bulldogs, and I'm fucking glad we are because I did not want to play you guys, man. I was so wrapped.
The Bulldogs weren't reading the script, were they?
No.
Everyone had the script in their hand, right? Everyone had the script in their hand except for the Bulldogs. They had to get involved, didn't they? So yeah, that would have been fucking massive, man. And I'm telling you, I was barracking for Melbourne so hard. And at one stage in the last quarter, I was
coming back.
They've got it. They're going to come back, but not good enough.
Yeah.
Not good enough. So anyway, to as much as you could say, it is still a final. It was in there from the start of the year. Every club knew what the deal was from the start. Every club was trying to get there, especially the bottom teams. They were all trying to get there.
Rocco, we'll agree on one thing. Yeah, it is a wild card round. Both our teams have reached it at different. How could you say it? Different fucking whatever.
Different ways. We got there in different paths, but different paths. Yeah.
Exactly. You guys are going into it on a fantastic run, and you deserve to be happy about the prospects of your team. We've just been really choppy. We've been all over the place, and we've fallen into it, kind of thing. And it's kind of like, so it leaves me with a weird feeling.
A bit of taste, Mick.
Yeah,
that's fair enough. That's fair enough, man. I completely understand it. And of course, I'm a little bit biased now that we're there because, to tell you the truth, I'm pumped about this weekend. Like, it's going to be a fucking huge Friday and Saturday, mate. They're going to be two big games, right? Any one of these four teams can win Friday or Saturday. Melbourne, Carl, mate, that's a 50-50 to me. Doggies and Collingwood, you're never going to fucking ride off Collingwood, are you? So that's going to be a 50-50 there, mate. It's massive, man. We got our tickets this morning. We're going, man. We're all pumped. We're all sitting together. I'm going with my kids, mate. I don't see nothing bad about it, man. So it's actually worked out pretty good. But anyway, we'll get into that. There's a lot to talk about. First of all, before we go on, of course, if it wasn't for Top Dog Liquor, Carlton wouldn't have got there. We would have just been behind. But because we got this great man behind us, mate, we made it all the way to the WILDCARD.
Get a little punch.
Mate, get a little punch, mate. That's what's going to be. Well, I'm punching on this week, mate. Punching on at the MCG. We were talking about that. Won't we, Mark? We'll be having a discussion about where should one of these games at least be played. We'll talk about that. One of your little pet hates, I reckon. But before we do, make sure you grab your tickets. Don't forget, mate, big day out. Mate, this is a celebration for the Blues. No matter what happens this week, next week, the week after, or the week after that, mate. This is a celebration. Get down there. Get your tickets. Link is below, man. Tickets are selling fast. They're starting to ramp up, so don't miss out. VIP is almost done. So get in there, man. Your General Chicken's going to feed you. We're going to entertain you. And I know what people are asking. What if Carlton make it to a prelim? Then what? Wow. The beauty about that is if we do make it to the prelim, we're playing interstate because we'll be playing the winner of Sydney or Brisbane. So whatever happens, we end up going to, if we, for some miracle, make it to the fucking prelim, we're playing an interstate side. And if you're not going to go...
What if Collingwood make it?
Oh, they'll be playing at the MCG.
No, but
figure it out.
No, but we can. No, but you're playing on the other side, Mick.
Yeah.
No, because you go on the other side of the draw. I'm telling you, if we make it all the way the draw falls, we play the winner of Sydney and Brisbane in the prelim. If we just happen to make it.
Yeah.
Why I'm saying that is, mate, if we are in the prelim, guess what? Big screen, all together. Open factory, where would you rather be than fucking watching fucking Carlton all together there? So either way, it's going to be a good experience, man, and you can celebrate it with us. So get your tickets, man, and we'll have a bit of fun. All right, let's just quickly say hello. Of course, it was the first one, straight up. Always one of the first one is Sammy Taylor. Go Blues, Saturday night. Frank the Tank, hasn't he? Bloody been a revelation this year, man. Been kicking goals, mate. Joanne already, mate. I have both my tickets for Saturday night and the big day out. Well done, Joanne. We're going to see you at both places. That's got Oz. Hi, guys. He's in there. We've got Okamoto all the way from Perth. He's coming down to the big day out all the way from Perth. Lone Wolf is there. We've got Jay. Welcome, mate. Lou, he's coming to the big day out. And he'll also be at the game 100%. Who else we got? Enzo. He'll be at both. I guarantee you, mate. Good man, Enzo.
Can't wait to meet all these guys, man.
I'm telling you, man, we're going to have a few beers, man. No matter what happens, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be a fun day, man. We have a bit of laugh. I reckon there'll be a bit of banter going on there too, Mickey boy.
Well, apparently, I've been assured by Bocek that I don't have to pay for a drink all night. So he said, you and Bocek are going to be shouting me all night. So I'm not even going to rock up with my wallet, mate. It's going to be mad.
You know what, Mick? I reckon between all of us, I reckon you'll get plenty of drinks shouted to you, mate, because you're one of the family now, mate, for sure. Bradley, how are you, mate? Matula, our favourite Greek. Good evening, chat. Got my tickets. I cannot wait for Saturday night. We're going to see you there. Rocco, Moro, Mick Sackett. He's packing himself. For which one? For Friday night or for the big day out? For both. We got Seamoss. He's always in there. Collingwood. A wildcard final. If the brackets are in line to progress next round, then you're in the finals. All right, you're in the finals now, man. I'm telling you, you Collingwood supporters are just all trying to act tough and all that, but these are all taking it. Hi, Rocco and guys. Paul, love the show. Hope the Pies can beat the Dogs, man. They got much chance as anyone else. Mick Soprano from Tomo.
That's it,
mate. Like that Greek version. All right, so we got $5 from Lionel. Thanks, mate. Essendon's too busy finding a spot that plates their new wooden spoon than to be thinking about a wild card. Man, you got that wooden spoon, mate.
It's tough.
Mate, you did secure. At least you got something this year, man.
Still a win.
We did.
Yeah, we got Chris in there. How are you, mate? Evening all. Who else we got here? This is a new one. Who we got here? Can't see Carlton beating Melbourne. Yeah, I can. So I don't know why you can't see it.
Really?
It's I think they're in better form, and they're actually I think they're favourites to go in. Especially Melbourne have got a few outs this week. So see how we go.
That guy there that just popped up the comment, Hotkey, he's the most controversial YouTuber going around.
Is he?
He's got his own channel, and he does like videos on all the controversies that the AFL get up to, and he goes absolutely.
What's his channel called?
Hotkey. Yeah, Hotkey. Yeah.
I'll check it out.
Yeah.
Thanks to Ben Zero. Thanks for $10. Mick, I owe you money for lending me that Nutella. Here you go,
Private
mate. The Maggies, Pies, Blues, grand final. Oh, it could be, man. If we all go through, imagine that. Imagine Pies and fucking thing, mate. We're on either side. We're on either side, mate. We're on either side. That would be awesome. It's gonna happen, mate. It's gonna happen. I'm telling you. Rob Galicchio, he'll be at both. How are you, mate? Who else we got here? Anyone else? Georgie, mate, there's fucking heaps of people in tonight, man. I will be in Adelaide Friday, then drive to Melbourne Saturday. Check this bloke out. He's going all over the world, man. Well done. Pete, 35. Buckley, it must be Collingwood. You talk, Nick, we'll break into their car. I love it.
It's all organised.
Howdy Forever, Fab 4. Mick Marcucci's in there. That's the best, man. All right, let's go. And the Warbles, of course, is in there. Good AFL, always in there. All right, we're going to get into some. Before we go, I have just got I have got a bit of a present for fucking Marco. Here you go, mate. Here you go. The big wooden spoon.
There we go.
Look at the wooden spoon they got, mate. Look at him. Look at that kid. He's so happy with himself. Look at this. Look at that wooden spoon, mate.
Big one. Fucking hell.
That you deserve it. You deserve it. That could be one of the worst performances I've seen for any wooden spoon. That's a disgrace.
It'd be very close to it. Be very close to it. Well, that's our second. I think that would have been our second wooden spoon. I'm not going to go into facts, boys, but I think since Carlton won the flag in 1995, wasn't it? I think you boys have won 5 wooden spoons. I wouldn't be too proud, boys, but that's our second wooden spoon, to be honest.
How do you try to turn this on to us? He just turned Essendon winning a wooden spoon into you shouldn't be proud for making the last 3 final series and now make another wild card. Shut the fuck up, bro, man. Don't try to turn this on us, man. You just won 2 games.
Well, you have won 5
I
wooden spoons.
don't give a fuck if you. So what? That's in the past, man. It's in the past, man. What are you talking about? You just fucking. Let's have a look at this. We'll get in early, mate. We'll get in early. You finished last with a percentage of 64, bro.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up, bro.
That's
up,
history,
man.
mate. That's history.
What
now.
history? It's this week, mate.
Yeah.
You just played.
It would have
You
been
just
history
played,
after
mate.
this week.
You just played. Shut up. You're fucking looking, trying to rain on our parade. Look at this, mate. You just make yourself look like a dickhead.
It's a fact that since Carlton have won the grand final in 1995.
What? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck about your stats of the past. Oh, since then, you won the wooden spoon, bro.
Yeah, we did.
You're the fucking shit. You're the shit. You're the fucking worst club in the history of the fucking game. You're a fucking shit, bro. You're embarrassing. You're embarrassing. You won 2 wooden spoons, right? Since you fucking took all those drugs and you infected all those kids full of drugs. That's what you have done.
Acquisitions.
Right? Yeah, acquisition. Yeah, that's why you were charged and put in jail, you fucking
no one was charged. No one was charged.
Don't you dare talk. Shut up, bro.
Fucking disgrace, Mark.
You're a disgrace. Your whole club's a disgrace.
Come on, boys. Now, come on. I know you can't, boys, are all jumping around and jumping about.
Of course we're jumping around. You fucking jumped around when you won 1 game. You were jumping around.
I can understand it. No,
you can't understand, Mark, because you don't understand what success is.
Oh, and Carlton have got massive success.
You can't understand.
Hey, I'll give you another fact, right? Since you boys have won the actual grand final in 1995, you know you guys have made the finals 10 times in 30 years. That's successful, mate. That's absolutely ridiculous.
What are you talking about, mate?
That's 30 years of football, mate. That's a proud Carlton club, big club. And
what are you talking about? We're talking about 2026, bro. Are you being serious here?
No, I'm not talking about.
You're trying to. Now you're going to piss me off. Are you trying? Are you fucking trying to put our side down in 2026, bro?
Well, you're putting my side down.
Because your side finished last and they're shit.
That's okay. So
how can you even? You can't talk about us. You can't talk about anybody. You can't talk about anybody this year. You can't talk about anybody, Mark. You have not won a final in over 8,000 days.
That's okay, mate. You haven't won a grand final.
So why would you be saying that? I don't get it, mate. I know this is rivals, but stop making yourself look like a fool here, bro.
I'm not making myself.
You're trying to rain on everyone's fucking parade because your drug addict side finished last and got a fucking wooden spoon, bro. No, it's not accusations. It's proof, right? Yeah. You have won the wooden spoon. You're a fucking shit.
Prove me wrong, mate. It's been 30 years, mate.
No, I don't have to prove anything wrong to you. Do you think the Carlton Football Clubs gives a fuck about Essendon?
We don't give a shit about Carlton either.
Well, because you can't. Because you can't even come anywhere near us. You can't even come anywhere near us. Where do you come near us? Where do you come near us? What did you prove?
Since you won the grand final in 1995.
So what? Well, so what?
It's a long time.
We're talking about 2026, Mark.
All right, yeah, you made the wild card. Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, so what? So what? Yeah, and that's no good, is it? That's no good.
I'm saying it's no good, but you're
would you? I want to be honest. Would you have been happy to make the wild card?
I would have been happy to get off the ball on a ladder, mate. To be honest, but in the day.
So how could you be bagging us?
Well, you continuously bag us.
Oh, you made the wild card.
I'm here to protect my club.
Please. What are you protecting? How can you tell me how you defend your club?
I'm defending my club, mate.
How?
There's a bit of history there in the last 30 years.
What's the defend? What's the defense?
There's the history there.
What's the defense? One thing you can defend.
How successful have you guys been in the last 7 years?
What you're doing is the tall pottery. You're doing the tall pottery syndrome. You're cutting everyone else down to bring them to your level, right? What can you say is successful about your cut? I want you to defend your club.
I'm not going to answer that question.
I want you to defend your club.
Well, this year?
Any fucking year. Fucking year. Any fucking year. Defend it any fucking year.
Well, I was talking to you about your last premiership. That was
any fucking year.
Well, I
want you to defend not fucking 1995, not the year 2000. I want you to defend your club in the last 20 years.
Okay, well, the last 20 years. So you can make up figures when I need to make up figures. So
you're the one that doing it. You're the one that's choosing. You're the one that's choosing like dates and that. We're talking about 2026. We just finished the season, right? Yeah. We make wild card after being 1-8, right? Interim coach, probably the fucking one of the most informed sides, and you sit there and you're trying to bag us.
Yeah.
Are you being serious, or are you going to stop now? Well, because you're absolutely looking like a dickhead, man. I'm trying to protect you here. You're looking like a dickhead.
No,
I'm trying to protect you.
Okay.
I've given you numerous chances to stop.
Yeah.
Numerous.
Okay.
Numerous.
You're right. You're right. Or you want to still make yourself look like an idiot?
No, that's okay, mate.
Good. Right. Let's move on. Because seriously, mate, bro, mate, everyone in the chat, everyone that's watching, Tinker, what are you talking about, bro, man? Just talk about the fucking game as it is now.
I just did.
Don't just go and give us the last. You're trying to defend your fucking wooden spoon with the past 30 years. Seriously, bro.
You're the one that's taking it serious about it, right?
Mate, I know people love the rivalry, but seriously, you bring naivety to another fucking level, mate. To another level, man. Another fucking level, bro. You're amazing. You're amazing. I'll tell you one thing, mate. I won't let a shit club like you and shit supporters like you bring my club down this week. Do you understand? Man, you talk about defending. At least I can defend my fucking club. Man, you understand?
That's all.
Let's move on. Let's move on, mate. Seriously, bro, you've got the whole chat far out, man. You're unbelievable, bro. You're unbelievable. Let's move on. We talk about some fucking things. Talk about, well, mate. Talk about like fucking. Talk about
Come and listen to the idiot. Hey, everybody, the idiot's on.
We just had that, but let's talk some serious stuff here, man. Let's talk about Mad Mondays, which you guys shouldn't be celebrating, right? But apparently, Liam, we'll get onto your side. Apparently, you guys should not be having any sort of celebrations, could you? You shouldn't be having no celebration, no drinks, right? Let's not have a good time. But apparently, the cane corns, right? The cane corns. How can you be celebrating after the year you had? Why should you be having a drink? What do you think about all the scenario that's been going on this week with the Journal and the Mad Mondays?
Yeah, look, mate, I'm glad you brought up old mate Cane Corns. That's how I first saw it, the news or the story about it, and I was like, what? Yeah, look, I get why you think that we're celebrating, but you know, it's a hard season no matter what happens, whether you are right down the bottom like us or right at the top like another team. We chose still to do something to celebrate. I mean, I don't think celebrate is the right word. I don't think we're necessarily celebrating. I think it's more just a conclusion to the end of the season, you know what I mean? Obviously, yeah, has it been the season we want? Absolutely not. But you know, you still put in hard work throughout the season. You deserve to have your rest. And you know, stuff like that can be seen as good team building exercises as well. But yeah, I think honestly they kind of made it out to be a bigger story than it was. So like the pub where they were at, it's like 2 hours out of the CBD. And they booked out the whole entire place so that no one could go there. apparently, as soon as they got there, reporters were there, almost waiting for something to happen, almost like waiting for us to slip up. Just trying to like force a story to happen, which I don't think is right. In terms of again, I don't think you're necessarily celebrating. It's just a conclusion to an end of the season. That's what we want to do, and I've got no.
And that's what I thought, and that's why I'm going off. I reckon. Kane Corns is a bit of a dick at times, man. This week he's been a super dick, man, to really start attacking those players, right? What did they do wrong? The management have come out and said they've been true gentlemen. They did nothing wrong, man. They were up there. It was a bit of a warm day. They took off their tops. They're having a few beers. The person that I'll be pissed off about is who the fuck was filming that and then decided to put it on social media, man. This is where this world's come to now, man. You can't do nothing, man. They just video what freak is sitting there, right? And apparently he was there for a while waiting for it, sits there and starts videoing someone from across the road and that, knowing that they're footy players, and then puts it up there, mate. That bloke there should be shamed. That bloke there, or woman, I don't know who it was, should be shamed for that, mate. Because I'm telling you now, I said this last night, guess what? Players are going to start turning around and saying, mate, we don't want nothing to do with anyone anymore. Then you're not going to see them. You're not going to ask for autographs, nothing. They're not going to give you nothing anymore. And the other thing I want to talk about with Kane Corns and McGuinness, the other one from fucking 3AW or whatever, he's another dick. Right, these fucking reporters, right? What happened to men's mental health and that?
Out the window.
Have they forgotten about that? Well, what's happened is these kids, mate, like all they're doing is celebrating. You don't have to be celebrating the year. What you could be doing is celebrating a fucking long 23-week fucking journey with your mates, right? And having a drink and talking about what's gone happen. You know, it's not like they're doing it mid-year. It's not like they did anything wrong, man. Seriously, even I heard Eddie Maguire went on about it today, man. These blokes have just forgotten. If they had done something wrong, they said, oh, what happened after the Sydney saga? They shouldn't be doing that. They did nothing wrong, man, these Richmond players. I'm telling you now, you're not going to see these. They're not going to be saying, what do you reckon about it, Mark?
Well, I mean, the footage that I saw, was it public? Was it out there, or was it in the?
It was on the balcony of a pub that they hired out the balcony, or they hired out the top section, and they were.
Well, the footage that I saw, I think there was a player there that dropped his pants or something. You couldn't see it, but he dropped his pants and they were spanking his bum and so forth. So
I don't think he dropped his pants. All he did was pull a bit down, and they were having a bit of fun with it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if someone had seen it and the kid had seen it walking past, I think it does look a little bit kind of offensive in some ways. If they're going to do something, because you can't do it anymore, Rocco. You mean it's a lot.
Come on, bro, man. So you just say men can't have fun anymore now.
But I mean, look, these guys are a bit different. They're footballers, mate. You know what I mean? So you've got to be a little bit careful what you do and what you say out there, because it'll come back and bite in the ass. If they hired a function room and it was just them and it was in closed doors, it is what it is. But mate, everything that these players do these days,
see it, mate. You couldn't see it.
Yeah,
you couldn't see it, man. They were up on the fucking balcony. This was some turd videoing on his phone, knowing that they were there. You couldn't see it, mate. They did nothing wrong, man. Now, you know what freaking me out? Now you're saying this is where we've got to, right? And even someone of your vintage now is starting to turn around and becoming woke and saying now that is offensive.
Well, it can be offensive depending on who's around. But I don't know, mate. There's kids around, women around. I don't know, mate. These days you can't. It's hard to get away with it. You know what I mean? If someone sees it, well, it's come up on the media. Look what's happened. You know what I mean?
Because of woke people. Because of the woke people now all of a sudden jumping on this. You're trying to tell me Kane Corns and all that didn't do this to get fucking likes.
Yeah.
Like they didn't do it because it was a real news fucking article. I'm telling you, this is.
I wasn't aware it was so high up on the balcony. I thought when I seen the footage, I just seen the footage and thought, oh fuck,
up on the balcony.
I thought it was a bit lower. It was maybe at a pub or something that they had the fence around it and they were just, maybe having some fun. But from what I could see, it just looked a little bit kind of, you've got to be understanding.
So if you go to a fucking beach, would it be different? If that was at the beach.
I think the spanking.
What about at a pool? Would that be different?
Yeah. I mean, no. I mean, look, Rocco, again, you've just got to be mindful of these players are now in the line.
They were mindful. I don't care. They were mindful. They did nothing wrong. They did zero wrong.
I think you just got to be a little bit careful these players these
days.
No,
but you are saying they did something wrong because you said you got to be careful. What did they do that they've got to be careful about?
Because they'll just blow it out. They'll blow it out in the media, mate. So they need to be aware of it. That's all. They need to probably be a bit more aware of what they're doing.
They were aware of it. They got a fucking private function. They were up there on their own. The management knew what they were doing. They didn't get overly drunk. They did nothing illegal, right? What Kane Corns, first of all, was talking about was they shouldn't be having fun at all because of the season they had. That was his take. So he's a jerk off, right? What Eddie Maguire was saying is, after what happened, they shouldn't be doing it. See, we're letting you and all this media win now. They're just winning now. Now they're saying, now you can't do nothing. Now you shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't be doing that. You should be. What's next? What's next then? All right, you couldn't be doing that. So, all right, put your tops back on, sit at the table, have a drink. Don't laugh, because if you fucking laugh, guess what? That might offend someone. It might offend a Richmond. It might offend Liam because he's sad now, and you laughed, so now he's offended. Like, fuck, mate. Can everyone just stop defending this shit, mate? Mick, what do you reckon?
I'm with you, Rocco, man. It's all just a fucking balls up, man. These journos, they're the lowest of the low, man. They will go to the lowest common denominator to get clicks and likes and all that shit. It's just, I don't watch it anymore, man. I do not watch, and it's a detriment to me, because when I do my shows, sometimes I'm not aware of something that's happened because I don't watch these fucking shows. I find out through other shows like these and my mates as to what's going on in the AFL, because I want to know about this bullshit. I've got no interest whatsoever. It's totally clickbait bullshit, man.
And this is the thing, Mick. I don't listen to it too. The only reason I know about it is because it comes up, because I got like Instagram and that for our page and that. So you get in there so I can post some stuff, and then I've got some some stuff I do look at, but it comes up there because I don't watch mainstream media anymore. I don't watch 360. I don't watch all that. Nothing anymore, man. I don't want to know about it because this comes up, and then you go onto Facebook to do, and then of course 2 days ago it just got flooded this, and I'm thinking. And when I first seen it, I'm thinking, fuck, what did they do?
Yeah.
What did they do? Because this is bad, man. Oh, yeah. And then I'm looking at it and I go, what did they do, man? So, I can't agree with it.
Again, Rocco, I agree with all you boys. We're pretty old.
Yeah, I know.
It's all about the way society perceives it these days, Rocco. So when I first saw it, like I said, well, that's right, but you can't, mate. That's the thing. What are we going to do?
No, you can. You know how you do it? These media people, stop doing this. Stop doing this. That's how you stop it, because they control the masses.
That's their job.
Because what happens is you get all this virtual signaling, you get them to, and then everyone goes, because everyone wants to be involved. Yeah. And then they comment. Yeah. And then they repost it. And then guess what? And then you get just losers, right? You just get losers on fucking social media who are just losers. Start playing that video and commenting themselves on it.
Yeah, and that's
they start commenting on it.
They can edit it as well. So that's what when I saw it, like, I'm not really into all this bullshit as well. So when I first initially saw it, I thought, shit, man, like, be careful, boys. Like, after what's happened with Sydney and so forth. But now that they'll get more information about, it was fucking six levels up. It was a private function. And you look a little bit more deeper into what the issue was, you tend to start thinking, well, fuck, man, let them go. You know what I mean? But
they did nothing wrong.
I didn't see that. What I perceived to see was a bunch of blokes on Man Monday, Richmond players, that were spanking each other's asses out there in the open. So that's how they do it. That's how these media, social people perceive people these days. You could say and do things and they manipulate it. Yeah, okay. So that's what they've done. They've manipulated that scene.
I get
it's hard these
why
days,
they,
mate. It's hard to believe it. They can do things on AI now, mate. You know what I mean? And you know.
Oh yeah.
Forget about that. If that's
the way
right,
things
the
are.
AI
That's
is
the small
fucking.
years.
I don't
And
trust
you just
anything
really
anymore anyway. But what I'm saying is, like, mate, they did nothing wrong, man.
Correct.
They did nothing
I
wrong,
agree.
man. They are making this bigger than what it was, right? And now I feel like they talk about mental health for men, but they don't care. But did they consider that these guys could now? What are they going to be going through? Already the pressure of the Richmond year, right? For these kids, you know what I mean? Like that they carry, like whatever you could say, mate. These players carry the club on their shoulders, the supporters, right? So through the year, you don't think they're fucking upset? You don't think they've had a shit year? And then you come out and just now bag them on the one day where they can just get together and have a bit of fun with it. You know, if the media just come out and said, oh, look at them having a bit of fun and they're good on them and left it, nothing would have been said. You know what? That bloke there that took the video, that's the bloke that should be named and shamed. Or if it was a female, I don't know. Whoever the person was should be named and shamed. That's the person. That's the person, right? And no one should have commented on that, right?
Yeah.
This is so bad. But guess what? This could happen to you. Just remember that. This could happen to you, mate.
Exactly,
and
man.
I know.
Yeah.
Because I cop shit too this year, man. I know this can happen to you, mate. People are virtue signaling. Woke society, mate, are just ruining everything for everyone. It's going to get to a stage, man, you won't even be able to approach a player anymore. You know, let's get to the fucking Italian league and the English Premier League where they got fences around the fucking grounds. Right, where you can't even get near a player. Let's get to that now, and then we'll see. And then I'm going to say to all these people, this was your fault. You turned it into this. Man, I'm so pissed off at that. I didn't even like Richmond. I feel sorry for those kids, man. I really do. I really felt for those kids, mate. This would have blown up the next day, and they would have seen it. I'm telling you, I'm actually worried for their welfare. I'm worried for their welfare. These are kids going, what have we done? What have we done? You know, sitting back there. Now, you know what's going to happen. Every time now they go to do something, oh, man. They're never going to be themselves. They seem to me to be they were just the most respectful people, what I saw there. Having drinks, some kids having some fun, man. That's it.
Yeah. Look, these young kids, they're just trying to play footy, man, all right? One time in the fucking year, they just want to have a bit of fun, let their hair down, and then it turns into this massive fucking crazy shit, you know? It's hard enough. They're trying to play well and maintain a career, you know?
Yep.
And then this shit, you know? Yeah.
Also that, maintain a career, pay your bills, mate. As much as people think, oh, they're all earning millions. No, they're not. You know what? I reckon there are people here in the chat and probably here in this fucking room who earn more than some of these players do. You know what I mean? And these players are trying to fucking like earn a living, you know what I mean? And the other thing is their career could be over in 3 or 4 years and then they haven't got a career. And then they got to go and look for a job because all they've done is play football since they were fucking 10 years old. They've never known any better. You know what I mean? You know what the average life of a football player is? 4 years. 4 years. That's what the average AFL footy life is. 4 years. What do they do after that? It's pissed me off. And like Eddie Maguire, I saw him today and I'm thinking to myself, I can't believe he's still going on about it.
Yeah.
Right? And still going on. Like, just shut up, bro, man. These are blokes that used to party as hard as anyone.
Oh, he would have been the worst, Eddie Maguire, partying with the Collingwood players back in the 90s.
Exactly. Mate. And then he might be saying, but that was then. Yeah, but so what? Like, it's pissed me off. It's fucking pissed me off, this, man. This is the worst thing, man. What's next? All right. There was that. You know, what happens? what happens on next Monday? There's going to be 2 teams that are going to have a part. I bet you're not going to see them at all. They're not going to go out.
If Collingwood goes out, I guarantee you, mate, there'll be cameras everywhere looking for him, mate.
little scumbags waiting to take photos and that of it, you know. I even find that, mate, if I see a player out at a restaurant and that, I don't even go up to him. I respect them, man. It's absolutely, you know, maybe if you see him in the street and you go, hey, how you going? Or, you know, well done or whatever, you know, but people just have gotten that, you know, like give them their space, man. What else? So any other take on that?
Nah, I think you guys have nailed it, to be honest, man. I think really if there wasn't media there taking photos when they had no place being there, you wouldn't have known anything about this story. It wouldn't be a story at all. Like I said, they went to a private place, someone snuck in, they've done the wrong thing taking the pictures. And really, I think the strongest thing out of all of this is that the venue where it's actually held has come out and denied it. They didn't have to come out and put out a statement. They could have just left it, but they've actually come out and said, hey, look, this is our venue. This is what happened. They don't have to come out and deny it and say, hey, look, these are actually good blokes. They haven't done anything wrong. Why are you trying to make a story out of nothing? So I think the only bad thing is, obviously the timing with other stuff that has happened. That's kind of sort of made it bigger than it is, in my opinion. But no problem.
But when you think about it, why should it make it? Why should it make it any bigger? Like, I don't get why should make it, because you still got to take each incident in its own, like, you know, it's in its own account, or however you say it, right? So whatever happened a week ago with Sydney and the Sydney players, that's that, right? What happened here has got nothing to do with that. Why are we trying to put them all in the same basket now? Like, they did nothing compared to what those other players did. Zero. There was no females. There was no drugs involved. All allegations from the other thing. So I don't know what's happened there, but I'm just saying there was nothing illegal going on. Why are we now piling it up and saying, oh, but since that happened now you can't do nothing? Like, it just doesn't get. I don't get it, man. Like, I don't get it. That's why this place, this society, I'm telling you, has got to people. That's why people just want to leave, mate. They're just over it, man. I'm telling you. And that's why when footy season's over, Mick and leave that, I'm wrapped to do nothing. I don't want to even hear about it anymore, man, because it does my head in for fucking like 7-8 months. 100% Petra Khan. Hit the bloody like button if you like this. This is real entertainment. Fuck the rest. This is true. And hey, listen, if you were on 10 minutes ago, don't think me and Mark are joking. Like, that was fucking serious. And if he was here, I'd probably be wrestling on the floor with him now, right? So I don't think that was a joke there. This is real life entertainment. It ain't the frauds that you see on mainstream media. This is real. This is not fucking.
What's that word, Rocco? We love to hate or hate to love. What is it?
I love to hate you. I love to hate. We love-hate relationship.
Yeah, love-hate relationship. That's it. That's the one.
Hey, Rocco, can I just ask you to quickly revisit that little thing you had with Gary Lyon? It was a few weeks back. Gary Lyon said something about did he directly talk about you guys? Or
Gary Lyon?
Yeah, and then you did a big speech bagging the fuck out of him. Gary Lyon.
I can't remember. I remember that was a while back, but about Gary Lyon. He
said something about why watch fucking YouTubers that, you know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he did. He was going, what? That's exactly right. He did say that. He goes, he was upset. He was actually upset about Terry. It was about Blue Abroad because the president, he did an interview with the current president or the current whatever, with someone that was up there, and this particular person, it could have been Chris Davies or whatever, didn't want to do the interview with SEN.
Okay.
And whoever they're with, and he cracked it and he goes, oh, we're the mainstream media. You know what I mean? Why would he just go on this fucking like shitty little, he didn't say this, I'm just paraphrasing here. Why go on these little things? You know, we're the ones that pay the TV rights and that. We should have first access and that. And Kane Corns did the same thing, you know. And I went back at it and said, you know why? You know why these people go fucking on our sort of because we're real. We're the real fans here, mate. This is why mainstream media is going downhill. Most people I know don't even watch mainstream media anymore. If they catch it, they catch it on their socials, right? Yeah. But they watch all this sort of stuff now, you know, like fan cam. Like if you want to hear about Collingwood, you listen to you blokes, man. You want to talk about Carlton, you listen to us, you know. They love that, you know, instead of going there and having a narrative. Yeah, so I went, and then I said it at the time, and I'll say it now, mate. With Gary Lyon, ever since he did what he did with his mate, I don't take him too serious anyway, man.
Nah.
How can you take this bloke serious, man? So, and last night I went at Kane Corns pretty hard, and also that McGuinness from Fing, I went at pretty hard. But they deserve it, man. They deserve it. All right. What do we got here? A few things here. Kane Corns can go, yep. All right. Straight to the point there. Yep. I said, yep. Social media, that's where we get it. I don't watch a single minute. I'm telling you, I don't turn on my TV anymore, only to watch a series like Sopranos over and over again, or the footy. That's it. I don't, and maybe, you know, like we'll watch a movie, but I don't go and watch fucking 360 or anything like that, man. Nothing.
Can I ask anyone in the chat, does anyone actually fucking sit down on their couch and watch fucking the whole episode of fucking Caro and fucking Hutchie talking fucking dribble the whole fucking night?
Well, most people
seriously,
now,
no, I've got no desire to do that, man.
well, everyone's been saying that they don't watch it. You know, everyone's I've been reading here saying they only see clips on social media. They don't really watch. Gary's better off in the stretcher than on. Yeah, remember when he did the stretcher when he cried like a little baby? See, there you go. Not a minute of it. I'm telling you. The only times we used to watch that, Mick, and I'm sure you know this too, Mark, is when there wasn't all this, right? And you used to watch your footy on the weekend, and then Monday you used to watch 360 on the couch, all of them. Maybe on the Tuesday there was a show, and you used to get all your fucking content in 3 days, in 2 days, and you used to have to watch it because there was nothing out. And the shitty thing about that is that they might only talk about 5 minutes about your club. So, that's why I used to watch it.
You can't go past, you know, the old footy show, mate. I used to love watching it on a Thursday night. That was entertainment as well as a bit of footy, but we can't.
That was the last hurrah, man. After
correct.
That, it's split the shit.
And maybe the I think the Sunday footy show on the Sunday. Sometimes I
still don't watch that, but that's probably all right. Maybe the front bar's okay. I still don't watch it, but that seems to be
it's more entertaining. I think that's where we go. Where there's entertainment, I think that's what I'll watch. But if it's just about football, there's too many shows going on at the moment.
Of course, that's the first thing, too many shows. And second thing is, like, the footy show was the last bit of, like, entertainment. That's what I try to base the jumper punch on, and that it's not only we talk footy, or even this show, we talk footy, but we have a bit of a laugh, we show some videos, we have a bit of fun, you know, and that's what I like. That was fun. Thursday nights was a must. You had to watch the footy show. Like, you're not going out on a Thursday night. You were watching the footy show, right? And that was a must, you know. But now there's nothing like it anymore, you know. So
exactly. And at its peak, the footy show was fucking elite live entertainment, mate. You know, at its peak, yeah. It died off a bit, but yeah.
Even near the end, I mean, it wasn't the best of the end, but I'd still watch it, you know what I mean? But you're right. Yeah. When it was in that, like, 90s, 2000s and that, mate, that was the best show on TV by by far,
Yeah.
man. If you were a footy fan, you used to love it. Sam Newman, all the hosts, all the segments, Sam's mailbag, all that, man. You used to look forward to it, So, yeah, the front bar, I have to admit, isn't too bad. I'll watch a few parts, but there's like some comedians on there. They have a bit of fun. They get like a guest on there. They have a bit of fun with it.
But then you got Andy Marr.
Andy fucking Marr, man. And I know he's a Carlton supporter, but that bloke there is as woke as they come to, man. I've had a stoush with him over messaging too. That bloke's a bit of he'll sell his soul to get a story too. That bloke, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate this. TJP is the new footy show. I think we tried to have a bit of fun on it. All right, we'll move on because there is some other news. We'll go on to Mark. Here you go. New coach, 2026. We kind of said it last week that McVeigh was right up there. So he's been appointed new coach. Again, with Essendon, it got leaked out. That's why I worry about Essendon. They can't even keep their things. It got leaked out before they even announced it. And but anyway, the new coach is Mark McVeigh. So he must. You did get your Essendon person like you wanted, but you didn't get the man you all wanted, which was Hurd. And even after he was McVeigh was announced, mate, the comments that were coming out, man, I'm telling you, it's time that you just stand by whatever they say, man, and stop looking back. But anyway, this is your man, your club, even though they're shit. They got a wooden spoon, right? Just remember what my wooden spoon is: the world's greatest stirrer. What do you think, Mark?
Look, I mean, I am disappointed that Hurd didn't get the job, to be quite honest. But yeah, with all the supporters there that are bagging McVeigh, I don't think that's correct. I mean, look, you applied for the job and you got it. You got the position, so you can't go against.
They did the right thing, man. They went through the process.
Yeah, they went through the process, and they.
Can I just say before you go on, Mark? I did hear your president speak. I think it's Walsh, is it?
Yeah.
I actually was impressed with him. I was actually impressed with him, man. I don't say much about because I'm not impressed with Essendon at all. There is nothing impressive about this side. But the way he spoke about how they picked McVeigh, he will not let people dictate what they're going to be doing and all that. I was actually impressed. And I'm saying, man, I think you're lucky you got this bloke at the head at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, look, Walsh is a bit of a dictator as well. Sometimes you've got to be careful with people that dictate. But look, I mean, obviously McVeigh's played for the Bombers over 200 games, so he would have been my second option there if Hurdy didn't get the job. So, yeah, obviously he's been an assistant for over 10 years now, which is a good thing. So he's got a little bit of experience there. All reports are that he's great at developing young players. Obviously, Sydney's assistant coach. I think his role was there as a defence coach, so that was his role there. So, as you can see, Sydney are playing some good football and obviously very hard to score against. So there's some positives there. But, at the end of the day, we can't really say too much. I think we need someone like him to develop the younger players coming through, and I think we'll be getting a few more in the draft this year. So he is pretty ruthless. I've been told he's pretty ruthless, and, hopefully he can maybe get the young kids on board with him and get rid of the dead wood out there and maybe start going out there, getting some elite players and some older players out there that maybe want to come over to the Bombers. But all I could say is that, a bit of experience. He is a Bomber man. A little bit disappointed with Hurdy not getting a job, although there might be some talk that he might try and get him across as a supporting role. That'd be interesting if that comes through. But
who's that Hurd?
Yeah, it's a speculation. It's all a lot of talk at the moment. I think there's a couple of players there at the moment that saying that they're not happy with McVeigh being chosen as coach. So there's going to be all this speculation and rumours going around. Some of the players are not too excited about it. But look, we can only move forward, boys. And looking forward to the new year. I'm glad the season is over. as the season that was, as what they say. So I'm just looking forward to next year now, boys, and see how we go. Congratulations, Mark McVeigh, Spike.
Yep.
How many years you give him, Mark?
Oh yeah, how many years?
Mate, as a developing, I believe he's more of a developing coach. So if he can develop those players, and look, I'm looking Essendon next year to at least win 8+ games. I think if we can win 8+ games next year, that's an improvement. If we're sitting around second and third wins, I think that's no improvement at all. But so I'm giving him 3 years, boys, 3 years, and we need to be fighting for finals. I'm not worried about the wild card. If that's still in the future, that's going to happen. It's more about making finals in the next 3 years or compete for the finals. So 3 years, Mick, I'm giving Spikey to improve in the next 3 years with these boys coming aboard.
Yeah. The only problem I see, Mark, is that if this guy doesn't do anything for the next 5 years, it's just going to be constant fucking talk about herd. So I know some people are saying he's dodged the bullet by not getting hurt, but I reckon, in my opinion, I thought you should have just fucking get it off your chest, fucking hire him. And if he fucks up, at least you don't have to worry about him anymore. But now his shadow is always going to be there.
Yep.
Unless this guy works a miracle.
Correct. You're spot on there, Mick. And that's what I said all through. You know, it's more about, you know, giving him that opportunity again. If he fucks it up, he fucks it up. Let's just move on, man. We can't fuck it up. We can't stuff it up any more than what we are at the moment, mate. So
that is such a poor attitude, and that's why I think you'll be like 5 years before you even get off at the bottom of the ladder. I seriously believe your list. I'm not saying this just to be a smarter. Your list is the worst in the competition. West Coast is above you. North Melbourne's above you. Richmond's way above you with their youngsters. You've got no depth. Right, so for you to even think you're just delusional, Mark, and everyone knows in the chat that you're delusional, right?
Yeah.
But to think that you could win 8 or 9 games, that's only 2 games off wild card, right? For you to think that your year, I can't see what players you're bringing in to improve. Like I think that we're way off, right? And you're thinking that you're only 2 games off Carlton and Collingwood. That's what you're saying now.
Yeah. I in my opinion, Rocco, I
whatever
believe
your opinion, just be honest. Like
I'm being honest. That's my opinion. That's what I believe.
Yes, and I'm saying, who are you bringing up to make your side a wild card contender?
It all comes down to the draft. It all comes back down to the trade.
So you don't even know. So you don't even know. I'm just saying, forget about the draft. I mean. What are you going to pick up in the fucking draft?
At the end of the day, if we've still got the same list,
youngsters,
we've still got the same list as what we've got right now. Is that what you want me to answer? If we've got the list what we've got right now, no hope.
Well, that's part of it.
Well, the part is that whoever we trade and whoever we get in the draft, that to me
will bring you to.
If we're going to go forward, if we're going to go forward, we need to at least win 7 to 8 games. That's my opinion.
Not next year. You've got no chance of winning 7 or 8 games next year.
Well, that's okay. Well,
honestly, all you could say next year is to get off the bottom of the ladder. I'm being serious here, man. You just say how many players you reckon you could trade out this year of your side.
Well, there's a lot of dead wood out there that we can.
So how many do you reckon? You can't trade 20.
No, you can't. Well, obviously, there's a couple of players that do want to go, so we're going to get something.
Forget about how many 10 players.
I wouldn't trade 10 players. No.
So how many are you going to trade?
Well, you've obviously got 2 that want to leave. So
how many?
Probably about 4 players.
Four players. So you think by replacing 4 players in your side, you're a finals team?
I didn't say I was finals.
Yeah, you said you'll be contending for finals. That's exact words.
No, I said that in 3 years. I said in 3 years' time.
So next year, but you said next year 7 or you said what'd you say 7 or 8 games?
8 games, yeah.
That's only like 2 or 3 games off finals.
Oh yeah. That's
so that means by round 22, 21, 22, you're still contending for finals.
Possibly, depending on where.
So you think by changing with your squad that finished on the bottom on 2 wins and 64%, right? You're going to change 4 players.
Possibly,
Because that's
yeah.
what you said, 4.
Mm-hmm.
2 of them are going to be juniors, right? You are now contending deep into the season for finals.
Well, I want to win 7 to 8 games, regardless of where that is on the ladder.
With changing 4 players.
Yes. Why not?
So you've got the list. So in other words, you've got the list.
It's just a prime example. What if, say, for instance, Toby Green comes and they might get another player that's experienced. You don't know what can happen to a side.
All right, to say you get Toby Green.
Can't win 10 games in a row. Yeah, or 9 games, whatever the case may be. Oh, they've won.
And you're going to compare your list to our list,
no, I'm not comparing it, mate. But what you're trying to say is that I'm not saying that we're going to get to your level. So next year, the way you guys are going, next year you should be making top 4. Otherwise, I wouldn't be happy with that. The way you guys are playing football now.
The way we're playing, we should be contending for top 4 next year, of course.
Correct. Okay, well, there you go.
Right.
So that's.
But we've got the list, man, and we can add. We know we're going to add another good player, and we could possibly be in the market for another to add to our list.
Yeah,
that's
okay.
adding to a list that's already playing at a high level. We've beaten all the top sides nearly. We are playing. Don't compare yourself. I'm talking about you. I'm being serious. I'm trying to be serious.
What I'm trying to say is that you're not going to be happy. So you wouldn't be happy if you finish 6th or 7th next year.
Of course I'll be happy.
But you're saying that you should be top 4 next year, the way you guys
I said contending for top 4.
Well, we're all contending, mate, to make finals.
No, you're not. You're not contending for top 4. I said next year we should be contending for top 4.
Okay.
So if we end up finishing like 5th, 6th, 7th, like we should be contending for top 4, right? So stop trying to, Mark, you've got to stop doing this. Every time we talk about your club, you try to talk about someone else and try to bring them down so you feel better. This is why your club's shit, right? I was trying to be serious with you. I'm trying to give you an out, right? First of all, if you don't do the list 6 to 8 players, you're deluded. That's the first thing, right? Second of all, you're saying 4 players. 4 players you're going to delist, and from 4 players, you're going to get Toby Green. Toby Green's going to be the difference, is he? So you're going to get Toby Green and 1 more senior player, and you're going to get 2 juniors, right? Because that's what you're flying for. So between those 4 players, you contend for fucking finals. Seriously, bro, this is why you're never going to achieve anything.
Okay.
I don't think Essendon's thinking like that. Essendon's thinking, mate, we need 5 years to fucking build this side. This year, we've got to fucking we're going to get rid of 8 deadwoods there. And that's only because they won't allow you to do anymore, right? That's realistically, bro. That's the realistic. But to say I'm going to change for only 4 players, you've got no one in your reserves, mate, to come in. You've got nobody. Zero.
Well, we finished 5th in the reserves.
Aren't even good
we finished 5th in the reserves. Don't you sometimes look at your reserves to see how they're going and how they're performing? So we ended up finishing 5th. So we've got some young talent there. So you
finished 5th in the reserve. You've got young talent there that can't make it into your senior side, right? They finished last on the ladder. That's how good they're going. They're going that good they can't come into a side that finished 18th.
Yeah. Well, that could be a lot to do with decision making and so forth. Yeah, obviously the side's been unsettled all year. Okay, so
always an excuse.
We'll see how Mark goes. We'll see how Mr. Spike goes.
Tell me, Liam, what do you think about
That's actually an interesting point here. You're right. Yeah, Essendon finished 5th in the VFL. Team that finished 6th is Port Melbourne. That's James Hurd's team. You want him to coach your senior? He can't even beat your reserves team, mate. What's going on there?
I didn't know that. That's a good point. He can't even get fucking into the fucking finals.
You want to go to coach your
senior mate? Don't start with fucking Richmond. What's it been? 3 premierships in a row. What's it been? 50 years since you guys have been anywhere near. That's
all right.
I want to be talking away. You've had 3 years of fucking Where are you now? You're dropping
off. Mark's
still ahead of you.
He's like with a.
Where's Richmond been for 50 years, mate? Fucking
They've got a much better list than you, man. At least they got young. At least they got promising.
50
at least
years,
they got
mate.
promising young.
Well, 1 game more than what we did, mate. That's good signs there, Liam.
Nah,
One game
can
more.
I ask you one question,
Just-
Mark? A serious one.
It could have changed on the weekend, Liam. It could have changed, but we could have had Port on the weekend, mate. But you know what? We'll take the
Yeah,
first
and
one.
you know the
first
player
one.
who nearly dragged you back in it was the player who wants to leave your club, Zach Merritt. But I did want to ask you. Obviously, I know you're a pretty big James Hird advocate, and it still seems like that the majority of Essendon fans are like that. Is that going to have a negative impact on Mark McVeigh coaching going ahead? Like, he's only just got the job 2 or 3 days ago, and the fans aren't supporting him already. How's that going to affect the team
That's
when
what
they come in
happens.
and start
Liam.
playing games next season?
You know, obviously, there's a lot of James Hird followers, mate. He's a champion at the club, so you're going to get people not agreeing with what the decision was. And even if it was James Hird, it would have happened the same way. So you've got to give and take. I think there was probably, I believe, knowing some Essendon supporters out there, that a lot of people were following James Hird. So I haven't abused Spike and gone off me rocket and said, "Oh, fucking James Hird should have been the coach." It is what it is. I don't mind him being the coach. So we can only move forward from here, guys. See what he's got.
But you kind of did, Mark, because you go, oh, and a lot of your supporters have been saying, oh, you're spewing, you wish you had James Hird. You can't even trust your team to do the right thing. You don't believe they've done the right thing.
That's what I mean. Like, it's gonna
you don't believe they've done the right thing.
Your coach coming into the
you've
next
done
season.
mistake
I
after mistake.
hope they have done the right thing, Rocco. I hope they have done the right thing, mate. Because as Essendon supporters, we're down the bottom, mate. So we just hope that they have chose the right guy. We can't keep on waiting for another 10, 20, 30 years, mate.
I think you'll be waiting 10 years, but
Nick?
I think they've done the right thing in going through the process and getting the best qualified coach out there, right? And this thing about Hird, you've really got to get it out of your head. He was a great. I'm sick of hearing he was a great player.
He wasn't a great player, was he?
What's that got to do with it?
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's a great Essendon man, mate. He's a great player.
What's that got to do with coaching?
He's not actually a great player. He's a champion, mate. He's a champion.
But what's that got to do with coaching? This is what I'm saying. You keep
you know.
bringing that up. Like you when you talk about Hird, you bring up no coaching credibility, zero. The only words that come out of your mouth was, we need to bring back Essendon players, and he was a great champion player. So what?
I think the way Essendon were going and where they were leaning towards, they were losing a lot of supporters. And I think James Hird was probably, possibly going to bring the culture back to the club. And to me, it was all about that. Okay, it was all about bringing the culture and bringing the fight back at the Essendon Football Club, because we were losing it. So the only man that could really do it, in my eyes, would have been James Hird. Regardless, sometimes if he can coach or he doesn't coach, to me, I just looked at it. He can at least try and bring
James Hird, and you would start at 0 and 10, right? What do you think would happen to your club? It would implode, bro. Mate, you got to just get the best people in there, not your fucking drug addict coaches that once ruined your club, man. Okay, you serious? You never go back to your ex. He fucking almost destroyed your club for the last 20 years, and you want to bring him back, and you keep talking about it, man. I reckon it was a disgrace that the way your supporters were talking after McVeigh was announced. It was a disgrace, and this is why. And to say that he's going to bring back people, no, he's not going to bring back people. You know what's going to bring back people? Fucking the right decision. And thinking that you can only change 4 players and be a final contender is not thinking logically, bro. Seriously, man. I couldn't even name 5. I reckon there's maybe 2 players in your whole system that would get into other teams. I don't think there's many others. Maybe Caddy.
Yeah, well, obviously, we didn't even no players made the All Australian, mate. So it just goes to show.
No, the All Australian doesn't matter. Well, no players made.
You normally get at least out of 4 to 6 players, you get at least Zach Merritt in there. So
Zach Merritt's been terrible. He's one of the worst leaders ever to play a game. Ever. In the history, how long has footy been around? 160 years? Zach Merritt is the worst leader ever to lead a club. He's a disgrace. for what he's put your club through, and you are a bunch of dumbasses for not letting him go last year and get 3 first-round picks.
And that was the point about
Walsh.
That's why I'm a bit concerned about Walsh. That's why I'm a bit concerned about Walsh, because I think he dictated it a little bit too much, and I think he's dictated a little bit about what's going on.
Didn't you all agree with that? You agreed.
I think it was Walsh. I think he was stubborn about it, and he said, "Nah, he's not going anywhere." So where if he wasn't, as
well, that was wrong.
That's right. That's what I've got. I'm a bit concerned about Walsh because I think he's got a little bit of that dictatorship in him, and he just does things the way he wants it done. So hopefully, he doesn't fall back on us with McVeigh.
What happened there? Something happened there. Yeah. Well, we'll see now. But anyway, just anything to say, Mick, about that shit club? There's not really much to say.
Nothing, man. What? We wasted so much time on it, man. Fuck it up.
It's good entertainment. It's good to talk about shit. Sometimes you need to talk about rubbish.
Well, you want to talk about Hollywood, Mick, do you? Fuck, they're going fantastic this year as well, mate. Hey?
I've got a lot to say. Don't worry, put that way. Hey, you know me, mate. I'm not going to fucking talk us up and like other Collingwood supporters and start saying, "Oh, fucking, we're going great we are." Mate, the total opposite to that.
I've got you.
Well, the thing I don't like is when you're at the bottom of the ladder and you try to bag everyone on top of you. That's new.
Why not, mate? Why not, mate? Why not? I'm here to support my club, and if you're going to bag my club, I'll fucking bag yours.
Your club's easy to bag. Watch.
No, I'll bag yours, mate. I'll find something out there that I can bag.
You can't find nothing, man. You can't find nothing, man. No matter what happens with
don't go back to what we spoke about before, okay? Let's cut the conversation.
You know the difference between me and you, Mark? I'll talk whatever the fuck I want to talk about, bro.
Oh yeah, of course.
Of course I will.
You can.
And you know that, but you got nothing on me. Your club's shit, right? You brought the whole game into disrepute 20 years ago. You fucking haven't won a final in 8,000 fucking days, right? You win another wooden spoon with one of the worst percentages ever in the history of the club. You want a player to come back who absolutely destroyed your club and wasn't as good as you thought anyway. And now you want to start bagging everyone else. You are a typical Australian chopping down the tall poppy syndrome, trying to chop everyone down to make yourself better.
Typical Aussie, mate.
You know what, Mark? Sometimes you should just look in the mirror, bro.
I look at it all the time, brother. I look at myself all the time, mate.
No, you should look in the mirror and you should look at how shit of a club. What a shit decision that was by you to follow that rubbish. Here you go. Here's the All-Australian team.
There's no incident players. You boys can have that one.
That's
As you can see, I don't think there's any. I don't know. Was there anyone that you thought would be in and out? Maybe Liam, you're more all over this. I mean, I kind of looked at the team, and it's pretty much exactly what I thought it was going to be. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else that should have made it.
Wait, is that the actual team? I didn't think Will Ashcroft was in it.
Oh, geez, I got the wrong one up. Sorry, guys.
So I was going to say he's one of the players I thought.
What was that then? What was that last year?
You know what? No. I think that was selected by the AFL.com. Sorry, you know what happened? I put the wrong. You saw me, Mick, just before the show. I was getting everything together. I put the wrong one up. All right, sorry, guys. Is there anyone there that you should have been? Did you know of?
Will Ashcroft should have been in the team. I would have had him over Zach Butters, to be honest.
He's really pissed off, isn't he?
And the other one I would have had is Alex Pearce from Fremantle. He's their captain. He's the captain of the best defense in the league. Doesn't get in. I know someone like Cal Wilkie had a good year, but St Kilda had some big scores kicked against them a lot. Yeah. Maybe. And then also, if you've got 3 key forwards, maybe you can have 3 key backs. He's probably the only one I'd say stiff. Alex Pearce.
Mick,
that's all.
Who made it from Collingwood? Dacos, of course.
The usual. I think that's the only one, man. If someone can correct me, but Never been a big kind of like follower of the All-Australian. All I care about is Collingwood and us winning flags, man. That's all I give a shit about. Representative teams that play no one. And the All-Australian team in the past has been a bit of a farce sometimes, you know. They don't select players in the positions they usually play. They cram in all these midfielders, put them in the fucking back pocket or whatever. And, yeah, so, but to answer your question, I'm pretty sure it was only Nick Dacos that made it. I think Frampton made the squad, but,
Yeah.
No,
Um,
I think he didn't make the squad, to be
he
honest.
didn't. Okay.
He should have. He actually should have. He's been really good.
He had a
this year.
great year. He had a great year, but
I don't think he made the squad.
and a lot of Collingwood supporters are saying, yeah, he should be the All-Australian, but we have to really think and say, listen, man, there's fucking better teams than us out there, and there's got to be some other better tall defenders than Frampton. There's got to be, you know. And yeah, that's probably why he didn't make it. But he's had a fantastic year. I'll give him that.
Well, I'd say Harry Dean would have had a better year than him overall.
Yeah.
Harry
Well,
Dean
look,
won
that could
didn't
be,
he?
look.
No, he didn't make the squad. And look, I think there's better players than him that deserve to make it. I don't think.
Yeah.
But he had a great year.
Yeah.
He had a great year. And that's it. And with the All-Australian, I'm kind of with you, but the All-Australian is, I think they're individual honours that you kind of look back when your career's over.
Yeah.
Like it does nothing, but it's kind of good. I mean, if you get someone like Gawn who's had like 8, you know, like you say it means nothing, but Dacos 4 out of 5 years has made in his first 5 years has made 4 All-Australians. That's got to mean something. You know what I mean? So that's got to mean something, you know. This year, some people say that Cripps should have made it, but he made the squad. But I don't think he had a good second half. He didn't have a good first half, so I don't think he should have made it. And even his second half hasn't been great, which is actually good for us. But that's it, man. So they're just squad. But what I will say is, don't worry about that. This was the most important award here, the Rising Star. 1 and 2. So congratulations to Jagger Smith and Harry Dean for getting 1 and 2. First time since 2004 Melbourne that 1 and 2 have been the Rising Star. So we had 4 Rising Stars this year, which is always a good sign that your team's developing well. So we had also Billy Wilson got last round's Rising Star, and also Byrne got it throughout the year. So, mate, it's looking good for the Blues, and to have 1 and 2, I think Jagger Smith, especially since Fraser's come in, man, and played him in the right position and that.
And he's done well, man. He did the ACL in his first year, so there's always when these youngsters do ACLs early in their careers, you always worry are they going to do it, because Petrarca done it twice in his early days.
You're worried that they're not going to come back.
It's hard to come back from, for sure.
And to do it before you play a game, to be mentally strong to come back and have the year that he did was pretty special, man. The kid's a special talent. It's a special talent, man. I know everyone tries to compare him to like Dacos, you know, he's the next Dacos. You can't compare. Dacos is his own player. You know, he does different. But I've always said this, there's traces of, there's things that I see Jagger do that I see Dacos do. Things like you'll see him, he's very elusive. You'll see him like back out of packs, the way he goes around, you know, and he's always backing out, and it always looks like he knows what he's going to do with the ball before he gets it. That's a special player, you know, like, so he's been really good. And the other one who came in second was Harry Dean, mate. That could be one of the best first years I've seen by a player. Like
for an 18-year-old, to be that tough and that not only toughness, like as in like a fucking great player as well. 18 years old. I am so envious of you.
I'm loving it, man. We've set up the back line.
I was talking to a Carlton supporter today at work, and mate, he's your next captain after Cripper. I would give him the captaincy at like age 21, man.
I'm telling you, he's got those attributes because he's willing to win the contest and not to back. You know, I think he's already copped 2 fines this year.
Yeah.
3 fines for fights, you know, like he just the other day, one of the matches a couple of weeks ago, he fucking took off from the other side of the ground just to get involved in a fight. Like he wants to get into a fight, you know, like he's just there to protect his teammate. And I said this a few weeks ago, him and Burns have changed the mentality. Those 2 young kids have changed the mentality of our club in as far as toughness goes. All of a sudden, Cowan, even now, fucking Walsh is starting to, mate, you know, starting to push players around. You can just see everyone lifting. This is what young kids do, man. And this is what I was saying about you, Mark. Man, you need these young kids, man. You need these young kids to rejuvenate your side, mate. You need some good young kids. If you want to
we have got a couple in Roby, Sharp, and Farrow, which were all nominated this year also in the Rising.
Yeah, you had a few, yeah. Come nowhere near the top 5, but anyway.
First-year players, so it's all about developing, isn't it, Rocco? It's all about developing, mate.
It is develop the right players.
A good development coach on board, then anything can happen with these players. Develop them correctly.
The first tick of the day's weather, Kate. There was a chill in the air.
Far.
I don't know what's going on there. He's got noises coming out, then he's walking off. I don't know what's going on. So he's left the studio. What happened?
Sorry. No, it's I have a home pod and sometimes people hook into it and play random shit out of it. Yeah. Nah, so that's what's happening. Yeah, someone's trying to listen to their news in my room. Yeah.
What about Butters?
Sorry about that.
What about Butters? I heard that. So the teams.
If you're a Geelong fan, you'd be excited.
Geelong are really right in there, but what is it? 8 or 9 years that they want to give him?
It's a lot of money, man. It's a lot of money. But look, personally, he's made. You know, Geelong's the place to go, man. If you're a country boy that's a gun, Geelong's the place to go. You still get to play in big games, but your home life, it's comfortable. You're living in a sleepy town that, you know, isn't that, you know, hectic like Melbourne. That's probably where his thinking is at the moment. He's probably thinking, if I go to Collingwood or something like that, mate, 24 hours a day, people are going to be fucking the microscope on me. So there's a lot of factors to why it looks like he's going there. But Geelong's just got that ability. They pick up an A grade every fucking 3 or 4 years, and that's why they win a flag every 3 or 4 years, man.
True.
That was interesting. Well, they don't.
That's true. I did see that.
They don't. They don't win it every 3 or 4 years. You listen to Lucas, man. They've only won 2 flags in the last. They make a lot of prelims.
Yeah, they're up and about. Yeah.
But you're always up there. You're right. Butter sitting at the Geelong table. That was interesting last night. So there you go. If you want to read into that a little bit. There's going to be some player movement, I suppose, by the end of it. Carlton to do a Sydney with Buddy. Carlton about to do a Sydney with Buddy. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Explain yourself, Gorkan, from the Sporting Globe.
I'll get lost on that.
So that's it. I don't know what we're talking about. So that's great. Slowly building, and we're getting there. What else have we got? We'll talk about one more thing. I think this is your you've been on fire. Well, you haven't been on fire. You've actually been smouldering dust tonight, Mark, but at least you've been talking. Home final.
Yeah.
Should Bulldogs be playing at Marvel this week?
Yes.
I'll leave it to you, Mark, to open it up. Huh?
Yeah, well, I've been harp on this all year or for a long time.
All year.
Look, man, really, I mean, what's their home ground? Where is it? Marvel or MCG? What is it? Marvel or MCG? Answer the question, boys.
It's Marvel.
All right, it's Marvel.
Right. Simple. Should be at Marvel. That's all there is to it. If the interstate side can play their home over there, then Bulldogs should be able to play at Marvel. I don't see why. I understand why it's at the MCG, because obviously if they're playing Collingwood and they're going to get 80, 90,000. I get it. It's the AFL. It's all about money. But what about the club? The club actually played quite well, very similar to Carlton. Carlton played quite well at Marvel. So I just don't see it fucking being fair, guys, honestly. I reckon if that's your home ground, you play at your home ground.
Hey, you want to play with the big boys? You play at the MCG in finals, mate. Marvel.
All teams should play at MCG then. All teams.
Geelong do.
All teams. All teams. Freo, Sydney.
They do in a grand final. They have to be at their team.
No. Finals. There's 4 final games in the week, isn't there? That can play Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, all at the MCG. Then there's no advantage here and advantage there, right? So where's the benefit to the Western Bulldogs, regardless?
Come on, man. It's not like the other team has to fucking travel there and shit. They're fucking around the corner from each other, man.
How can a team like Collingwood finish 9th on the ladder and play at their home ground? How does that work? Exactly. And when the Bulldogs finish on top of Collingwood, how does that work?
Because we're a rich and powerful team, and Bulldogs are a fucking basket case. And why are you shaking your head there?
That doesn't make it right. Hey? Because I'm a Marks team here. I think it's a joke. I don't think it's fair. Bulldogs finished ahead of you guys. They earned the home final. They've played 2 games at the MCG this year. Collingwood have played 14.
Yeah.
Bulldogs finished ahead of them. They deserve the home final, and they're playing at Collingwood's home ground.
Yeah.
Well, how's that fair? I know that it's to make money. I know they even Flog Dillon came out and said they'll be lucky to play in front of 90,000 people.
You know how unfair it is.
What's the point of finishing on top?
It's an absolute.
You're gonna have to play at another team's ground.
It's an absolute fucking travesty. Poor Bulldogs, man. It's so fucking unfair that they have to fucking play at the MCG instead of that shithole of a ground.
Instead of their home
ground. It's not finals. Look, if they played a low team that, like a fucking Gold Coast or something, fair enough. It's just...
Well, what's the difference if Gold Coast, if they go and play Gold Coast? Well, you're going to get 30,000 up there anyway. So what's... I mean... Yeah. It's not right.
Look, it's not
right, mate. You guys
you're not going to move. You're not going to move a game from Brisbane at the Gabba. If Brisbane get a home final, you play it at the Gabba. You don't be like, oh, that's too small. We're going to move you across to a bigger stadium in Queensland.
Yeah, no, we'll go play Collingwood.
That eliminates your home ground advantage.
Yeah,
that's the point of earning that spot on the ladder.
Yeah. Okay. Look. We're going to agree to disagree here, guys. What do you reckon, Rocco, mate? Are you going to support me?
I reckon the bottom 2 are completely fucking off their fucking rocker, mate. Because what's fair about the home and away season? Like you don't play each other twice. You sometimes play there. You sometimes some travel more. And then when it gets to finals, now it's got to be fair. Like it's not fair for the whole fucking year, mate. You don't play each other twice. Some travel, some don't. Some play there. Some have got contracts with Marvel. Some have got contracts with the MCG. And then when it gets to finals, you all want now. Everything's got to be fair now. Like it's not going to happen. Can you imagine Collingwood and the Doggies at the fucking at the Marvel and only 50,000? They sold out on Wednesday. How unfair is it to paying fucking members because you want it to be fair now? Like, are you serious? The MCG is fair, they play fucking final. Then your theory then, grand final should be played in fucking Brisbane. That if that's what your theory is, that's what you want.
Well, you know what, Rocco? It wouldn't surprise you, mate, that they're looking at starting to do this, aren't they?
No, they're not, because the MCG is booked for another 30 years. So it's not going to happen, first of all. But so you want the grand final to be played in Geelong, do you?
No, I think the grand final's gonna stay at the G. That's fine.
What's the difference?
That makes
What's
sense.
the difference?
That's
What's
booked,
the
that is
difference?
booked in at the start of the season.
What's the
But if
difference,
you-
bro? Why
you
are we
earn-
playing?
if
Why
you
are
earn a
we
spot on the
playing?
ladder-
What if it's cut? What if it's Hall
this
and
guy.
Fremantle? Why are we playing at the MCG? That's not fair.
Well, what's the point of earning a spot on the ladder if you're just going to give it? Collingwood is going to have the home ground advantage.
It's the home
Bulldogs have
state
earned the spot.
advantage. Get it in
doesn't
your
make
fucking
sense.
heads, mate. It's home state advantage. You're going to play at the best stadium at the fucking state. That's what you're going to do, man. You're not playing at Marvel. Are you serious? You're going to play the Doggies and Collingwood at Marvel.
Yeah,
And you're going to tell me
the home
the
ground.
Bulldogs
You would do
want to.
that as the AFL commissioner, would you?
Yeah, so therefore, what you're saying then, Rocco, that if the Bulldogs played Gold Coast, would it be played at the MCG or at Marvel?
If the Bulldogs play it, I'm assuming they would play it at the MCG.
Against Gold Coast?
I'm pretty sure it would be, yeah.
Look, man, the Bulldogs want it at the MCG. They want the money, yeah? So you guys are arguing for a team that doesn't even fucking want to play at the Marvel, man. They want to play at the G, mate.
I don't.
They want to.
All I'm. It freaks me out. I just don't get this argument. Like, you want everything to be fair when it suits you. It's not fair through the whole year. It's the most inconsistent, unfair fucking competition in the world, right? We have got uneven fucking next week and next year, the year they're gonna have uneven fucking odd number teams. You're gonna have buys every fucking week, right? You play 1 week, you play interstate, and then one team. Like, what's fair about West Coast traveling every second week? You know, like, nothing is fair, right? But then when it gets to finals, when you want, man, this morning, Carlton people were struggling to get tickets, right? And that was Carlton and Melbourne, always going to be played. I heard that fucking on when would the tickets go out? Monday, or they went out today? Yesterday, right? Tuesday for the Collingwood one, right? I heard they fucking almost sold out in 30 minutes, whatever, right? So you wanted 50,000 people to miss out, Mark. People that have paid their memberships can't see their club because you want it to be fair now. But forget about the rest of the season. It doesn't make sense, man. Your argument is rubbish. Your argument is rubbish.
It's a reward. That club deserves to play.
So you should play the grand final. If Geelong make the grand final, we should play it at Cardinia Park.
The grand final is a bit different, Rock. I think we're jumping.
Why?
That's the cup there.
So you're just picking and choosing what you want to be fair.
I'm not picking and choosing because
what you're saying is you're just saying during the year it can be unfair, right? During week 1 and preliminary, we make it fair. But then grand final, we make it unfair again. That's what you're saying. That's your exact words. You're just picking and choosing which one you want fair and which one you don't.
No, I'm not picking.
If it's going to be fair, it's going to be fair throughout the whole fucking year, mate. Yeah, every week you play home and away. All finals are played at home, and the grand final is played at your home ground. If GWS make it, you go and play it in the fucking Gold Coast in front of 20,000 people. That's what you're saying.
Your bigger stadiums.
Oh, so now we're just going to get billions of dollars, right? We already can't afford to buy fucking groceries, right? Now we're going to get billions of dollars to build a bigger stadium because Mark wants it fair only for 4 weeks of the year. For the rest of the year, it doesn't matter. We can just forget about it. Let's just throw that out the window. Like, it doesn't make sense, man. The MCG, it's a state final. You play in the state. That's it, right? You play in your state and you play at the best venue to get the most of it. You've always said that it's about the fans. It's about the fans. But then it comes down to, fuck the fans. Fuck 50,000 fans that have paid their fees that want to see their club. Sorry, chat. Am I right or wrong here, man? I don't get it, man. Like, you can't have it both ways here. You can't have the biggest game. You want the biggest game in the world, but you just want it to be mediocre by playing at these shitty grounds now. The biggest games of the year. Everyone should be playing at the fucking G. If you qualify in Victoria and you're a Victorian state, you should be playing at the G, not at Marvel, at the fucking G. That's it. That's where you win your grand final. That's if you want to win the grand final, you play at the best stadium in the world. That's it. But I don't get it, man. You can't have your way, man. Is this the way you treat your footy club? This the way you treat your life? You just pick and choose what should be fair and what shouldn't be fair. Like when it suits you, it should be fair. When it doesn't suit you, then no, we'll let that go. Because your theory, again, I'll say it a million times, should be the same for the home and away then.
You know what? If the Bulldogs were playing fucking Hawthorn or St Kilda instead of Collingwood this week, and the match was changed to the G because they want to get more than 60,000 people, you two wouldn't give a fuck. There'd be no issue. Oh, yeah, play at the G. But because it's Collingwood...
So why do they care?
Yeah.
Well, maybe they should give the Bulldogs more games at the MCG, mate, and that's when it's fair. All right, so there you go.
Yeah.
No, you know,
14 games a year. Collingwood play 14 games a year, like Liam was saying, 14 games a year, home and away. Bulldogs have only played 2. What fucking advantage? What fairness is that? That's not fair,
well,
mate.
That's the Bulldogs who have got it. No, that's
at the home ground, mate. If you got 50,000,
you can't because the Bulldogs have got a contract with
Marvel. You got 50,000 Bulldog supporters. If you go to Gold Coast or if you go Brisbane, you're gonna have 50,000 Brisbane supporters. Same shit, different smell. So at the end of the day,
no, it's not because we got a stadium that can fit 100,000 people, and it's going to be empty because you want it fair for only 4 weeks of the year. Of course, the Doggies aren't going to play more games at the G. They've got a contract with fucking Marvel. Why would they play? Oh, no, they should play more. So just void the contract with Marvel then. If they want to play at the MCG and make it their home ground, the Doggies, right, should do a contract with the MCG. Once you finish your contract with the Marvel, get your contract and play at the MCG, right? But they know they won't benefit from it because they'll lose money.
Yeah, because of the
right. So they won't do it. So that's your own fault. Where would you want to play if Essendon ever? I mean,
that's once the contract's got at Marvel. Essendon looking at contracting to the MCG.
You won't get the MCG. You only get like 20,000 people at your games. But what I'm saying is, if you play, yeah, you do. You're one of the worst supporter bases in the world. But listen, you're in the world, not just Australia. In the world, right? In the world, you are the worst supporter base. But if you were playing this week, right, where would you want to play?
If I was playing what? What do you mean? You're playing what? Melbourne?
What do you mean what? Oh, because you don't understand. See, what happens, Mark, is you play during the year, and then what happens is the best sides end up playing in finals, right? If you were playing this week, if you were the Doggies, which that is only in like a dream world, like maybe like fucking La La Land, right? If you just happen to be up,
so we made the finals.
You would never. I'm telling you, I'll be dead before you make the top 8, right? Okay. Listen, if you were playing this week, right, where would you want to play?
Marvel. If we played most of our games at Marvel, yeah, why not?
Can I?
If we've played 14 games at Marvel and we've won at Marvel most of those games because we made finals,
I suppose you're right. You're only going to get about.
I don't give a shit about the other supporters. Why wouldn't you have 50,000 supporters?
So you don't give a fuck about the rest of the supporters. That's
the other supporters, like the opposition supporters. If you played against Melbourne or Collingwood, well, I couldn't give two shits. If we're paid up members and there's 50, 60,000 members that can hold a Marvel.
Yeah, but they're divided by they both get their share. And what do you mean they're in the final too, you fucking idiot?
So if Brisbane played, say, West Coast in Brisbane, would they have half and half, or would it be majority of them Brisbane supporters?
It's not about half and half. It's not. That's not how it works. It doesn't. So you don't get 50-50 at a game. What you do is you get a certain amount. So it's like 20,000 a piece.
Yeah.
Right, and then you get AFL, and then you get general admission. That's That's how it works, right?
Okay, so it's at the MCG, right? So what would be the capacity there? What would be? So it'd be 80,000, right? 90,000.
The capacity is like nearly 100.
Yeah, but
100.
This week's game, what do you think it'll be? 100,000?
90,000 for each game.
They reckon 90. They reckon it'll be 90.
90,000. Okay, so most of those.
You don't think you'll get between 85 and 90 at both games?
I don't know. I didn't say anything about that.
No, I'm asking Liam. You don't think we'll get between 85 and 90?
No, from what I've heard, yeah, that's the expected.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I reckon we'll get. It might be 88. It might be 91. I think it's going to be around about that kind. I mean, tickets were selling out. You should have seen how quick they were even going today, you know. But all right, so your argument. Yeah, go, Mark. What are you going to say?
Yeah, so majority of those supporters would be Collingwood supporters, correct?
No, they both get the same amount.
Oh, okay. So 50-50.
That's true. Yeah. I still reckon it'll be the majority Collingwood crowd. Of the neutral fans outside the members.
Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. But that's got nothing to do with it. Like the members still get their if they don't choose to get those tickets, that's up to them. But they're allocated those fucking seats. They're allocated so many, right?
Yeah.
Right. So why shouldn't those people be allowed to get those tickets? What you're saying is you just care about getting your 50,000 of Essendon and fuck the other side. What are you talking about? That's not how it works. You get your state, you get your stadium where you're playing. It doesn't mean it's just full of your fucking members. It just means that you get to play in the state that you came from. That's it. That's all you get.
Still, yeah, like Mick said, I still got to agree to disagree with it. I think it defeats the purpose of finishing on a higher position in the ladder. Otherwise, what's the point of competing?
Bulldogs want to play at the G, man. It's a moot point.
Man. They don't want to play at the G because I've got another point. And my mate, or Rocco's mate, AI in the chat, he made a similar point. If you can find his comment to what I was thinking.
Which one?
I understand your argument about members and obviously being a club, being a business, they want to make money. I get that. You're going to make more money at the G. But if you're looking for a competitive advantage and to win a grand final, which ultimately is the goal of all clubs, you want to play at the ground where you've got a stronger advantage. For the Bulldogs, that is playing at Marvel. They play that ground better than they do play at the MCG.
But you've got to get
If they want to get to the grand final, they want to have the strongest home ground advantage that they can.
You've got to get it out of your fucking head. Well, what is wrong with you? Are you all touched on the brain or something? It's not a home ground advantage. It's a fucking home state advantage.
Yeah, but Rocco,
it's not a home ground.
8 Victorian clubs as opposed to two Sydney clubs and 2 Fremantle clubs.
Doesn't matter. It's still a home state advantage.
I get that, but there's a lot of Victorians in that state.
And you get to play in your state.
Well, that's where you should be playing in your home ground.
But you're trying to, and he says, it's more important about the club than the members. Mate, the members make the club, man. If I can't get to watch my team play, right, because you think that we should be playing at fucking GMH fucking BKQ fucking stadium, what is wrong with you blokes, man? I can't even believe you're even arguing about this. You got the MCG, right? But no, let's go and play a fucking Donmouth Reserve over here because that's where we train. Fucking hell, mate. Like, it's the dumbest argument I've ever heard.
And they're passionate about it.
Mate. It's all right, mate. I've got you, brother. I've got you, mate, tonight, mate. I've got you, buddy. Don't worry. I know exactly where you're coming from, Liam, mate. So there's no advantage to that side at all, mate. Maybe they need to start making some changes. Big builder stadiums.
Oh, so now we're going to just spend billions to build stadiums for you. Already it's fucking expensive enough. We already complained that it's expensive to go to the footy, but you want us now to raise memberships and that double it so you can make your fucking stadium. But if that's the case, then I'm telling you, the whole year has to be fair then. Yeah. Not just finals, the whole year has got to be fair.
Not happy.
Topic over.
I don't get it. Like, it's you can argue as much
Look,
as you
we're
want. The
not going to
dumbest
agree.
thing-
You guys aren't going to
We're
agree.
going to play the dumbest thing I heard tonight, and Mark went through a few dumb things before, but Collingwood and Bulldogs should be played at Marvel with 45,000 people. Yep, that's a great idea, man. That's a great idea, man. And then he goes, and I know he's talking shit. If Essendon make it, they should play it at Marvel. So if there was a Collingwood Essendon or Essendon Carlton, which will never happen, that's only in dreamland, right? You should play Carlton and Essendon at Marvel. Did you hear that? At Marvel.
Or Richmond. Or Richmond in the peak Hardwick years, yeah? Playing Bulldogs, and Bulldogs are the home team. Oh, let's play at Marvel. Come on, man. It's got to be at the G.
But why would they not want that then? If that was the game, Bulldogs versus Richmond back then, you're telling me the Bulldogs would be like they want to go play at Marvel when they'd have a clear advantage over us at the.
That's right.
That doesn't make sense.
Exactly right.
They've got the advantage at the home ground. If they want to win and win the Premiership, that's their best place to do it, not at the G.
Is it really a home ground, man? It's fucking.
It's home ground.
It's
they've played most of your games where they're playing most of your games at home.
It's an inner city. It's an inner city ground, fucking shared by fucking 4 fucking teams or whatever. It's just your home ground because they need a ground to have you as your home ground. It's not like your home ground, man. It's fucking, it's
only because like this year, I think this year Carlton have actually played really good at Marvel. I think if anything, we maybe lost 1 or 2 at the start, but we've won the last 4 or 5. So and we played some of our games there, right? Your theory is, and we should be playing it at Marvel this week. Or, well, no, we didn't finish high, but we should play our final.
You shouldn't.
Why?
But because you didn't finish up high on the ladder.
Just say we did. Just say we did. Just say we finished above. Just say we finished above Melbourne. But if we finish above Melbourne, your argument should be we should play at the fact because Marvel is also our home ground. We should be playing at Marvel.
Yes.
And you just said it then, Rocco. You just said it then that you guys actually played. Played quite well at Marvel. So if you had to play Collingwood at say in the final, and you're saying that you guys have won say 80% of your games at Marvel, would you want to play at Marvel as an advantage? Okay,
I'm playing at the G, mate.
Flip the script again, Rocco.
And if it's Carlton want to play at the G.
Now listen, if it's Carlton versus Melbourne, and Carlton's finished 7th and Melbourne have finished 10th. Would you rather play Melbourne at Marvel or at the G? Melbourne have been the best team at the MCG this year. You'd rather play them there, not at Marvel?
Yes.
So you'd rather play them at the ground where they play their best football?
I'd rather play them at the best ground in the thing and where we're going to play the grand final. That's where all preliminaries are going to be played there. Everything's going to be played there. That's where I want to play.
But you're giving your team a disadvantage by playing.
You're saying that you're giving a disadvantage, but you're not.
It is
like Mick's right in a way, man. Like they're 2 grounds that everyone shares. It's only because what I'm saying is if we've been playing better at Marvel, it doesn't mean now we'll choose to play at Marvel. Like I don't know, man. It's just weird, man. It's just weird that you think that during the year it can be as unfair as you like. During those 4 weeks, we make it fair, but then we go back to the G. Your theory, we should be playing, if Sydney win the grand final, we should be going to the SCG if they're in the grand final and they finish the high.
I don't know why you keep going back to the grand final. I agreed with that. I said the grand final is set at the start of the year. We know it's going to be at the MCG. It doesn't matter what teams.
So we're saying that it's an unfair thing, isn't it?
I'm not arguing about the grand final. I don't know why you keep bringing that up.
Why I'm bringing it up because you're picking and choosing what part of the season should be fair. You've only picked those 4 weeks. That's all you've done.
We can sit here and debate the whole season if we want, because it's unfair how it's done. But part of the advantage of getting a final is if you finish higher on a team, you get a home ground. That is
no, you get a home state,
and I know you don't agree.
You get a home state advantage. You don't get a home ground. You've never had a home ground advantage for the last fucking 50 years, bro. It's a home state advantage.
That's what I'm saying. I disagree with it.
But you agree that the MCG should be for the grand final. So you're only picking part. So if you're saying the finals you should get it, right? It should be the whole final, not just the bit that you've picked. It should be grand final also.
Why don't we do that? Why don't we just scrap it all together for all the finals and be like, oh, you know what? Week 1, we're going to play every final at Optus Stadium in Perth. Why aren't we doing that then?
But you're getting a home state advantage.
What if
you're
what if
just
what
taking
if
it all
what if
away
like,
now. All you've
no,
done is
what if like
you've
with
just
your
gone,
argument with
go
the grand
play
final?
That's ridiculous.
But this is your argument because you keep going back to the grand final, which is set at the start of the year. What if at the start of the year we set week 1 of the finals are all going to be played in Perth, regardless of what teams are in it?
How does that even make sense?
Well, it makes sense because you're taking it away. You're going on about the MCG having an advantage in the grand final. Yeah. We know that that's set.
And so we know that.
But now you're not happy because a team has earned their spot to play a home final. And you're going on about this home state thing.
That's what it is. It's always been that.
It doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? It's always been a home state final. It's always been a home state final. No games have ever been played at fucking at Geelong. It's always been a home state final. You're making it into this home ground final now. It's never been that. But what I'm saying is with the final series, if you want the final series to be fair, it should be the whole final series, not just the 4 that you want.
We won't go back to old school, Rocco, but and Mick. But what about when Essendon made the finals and our home ground was at Windy Hill? What was it played? The MCG or Windy Hill?
Well, that would have been years ago.
Because everyone had their own home ground, yeah. Because everyone had their own.
That was different.
That's when everyone had a home ground, and you were staying here, so you'd play your home ground. Yeah, I get when we had Princess Park, fucking all that. Yeah,
but that doesn't count. No one has their own fucking ground now. It's now.
You have a look at these teams since Marvel has arrived, probably the last 10 years. Have a look at North. Home ground is Marvel. St Kilda, home ground is Marvel. North Melbourne,
Bulldogs,
and lately Essendon and Carlton. All right, their home games now are predominantly now at Marvel. Those teams there really haven't been successful maybe the Bulldogs up and down they fluctuate. The other teams that play it, obviously, the MCG, which is your Richmonds, your Collingwoods, and so forth, is an advantage to them because most of their games, even though they're playing. Teams like St Kilda and so forth, they sometimes play at the MCG. If it's St Kilda's home ground, they'll sometimes play St Kilda versus Collingwood at the MCG. Do you know what I mean? So there's no advantage, you know what I mean? Because obviously they're going to generate the crowd, yeah? They're going to generate the crowd at the MCG.
It is about the supporters to get there and so we can get the supporters to watch the game, right? Let's be honest, man. You want as many people at a final as possible. You don't want to be playing at the Cattery. Right, you just don't want to be playing there, right? Right. But what I'm saying is, man, it's been like this forever. Like, yeah, I know. Rocco did say that I once the Wet Toast did have to come and play over here when they finished higher. There was something about that year that's why, and it was really wrong that they had to come up back. And I think it might have been. Did they have to play Carlton? I think I don't know. Right. But at the end of the day, if you're saying you're saying that the finals have to give the advantage to the higher team, right? Except for the grand final.
Well, Otherwise, where's the advantage for that team? That's it.
The
That's
home
the solution.
state advantage. Like, it's already unfair.
I think,
Because Sydney have to come and play Hawthorn, Carlton, Collingwood, Melbourne, Geelong at the G. How's it fair for them?
Well, all right. So you've got Freo Hawthorn in the first week, right? Freo were good enough to finish top. They earned that spot on the top of the ladder.
Home state, they earned the spot to play in their state.
Were only good enough to finish fourth. Now they have to travel to Perth. It's not unfair. That's just how it is. Hawthorn were not good enough. They
earn a right to play in their state.
Well, wouldn't Freo want to play at the MCG because that's where the grand final is played?
No, they earned the right to play in their state. That's what the system is.
So it's very unfair for the teams. Yeah.
You just said it's unfair that teams have to travel.
Yeah.
So is it unfair that Hawthorn has to travel to Fremantle?
No, because Fremantle earned a home state final.
But you're saying that it's unfair if a team like Sydney or Brisbane has to come and play here. Is that not the same?
But I'm only saying it because you're the one saying it. You're the one that brought up that the fucking 4 finals are unfair. But what I'm saying is, if I agree with you, then also the grand final should be put in that bracket. What do you mean, no? If you're saying that the 4 finals are unfair, the grand final should also be put in that bracket.
You don't know. I know you're saying, okay, the MCG is the MCG, but it is Australian rules football.
It's not worth it, man.
Things can change in 10 years' time. You might
have that.
I just don't get it. You want them to play their finals. You want them to play their finals, but then when we get to the grand final, we go back to being unfair. If it should be, Liam, it should be for all the finals. If you want them to play at Marvel, at the Cattery, we should also play the grand final in their home ground. What's the use of playing your finals at the Cattery, let's say, or at the thing, and then you got to go to the MCG? How you've lost your advantage? If Fremantle would have lost their advantage.
There's a difference between both. I'm not going through it with you again.
It's not a difference.
There is a difference.
There isn't a difference. It's finals. Why is it different? Why is it different? Why is the grand final different to a prelim?
Because that's the biggest game. That's tradition. It's always played at the biggest ground. It's always played at the MCG. That's
and
the
so
tradition.
it's finals, man.
We know that coming into the season that regardless of what happens, it's always going to.
And we know. Well, we know they're coming into
for that.
But we know coming into the season also that you'll be playing at the MCG.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Yeah. Even the finals, you're going to be playing at the MCG if you're in Victoria. You know that.
Don't know.
No, you didn't know that?
So you knew that we were going to have a Bulldogs Collingwood.
No, but I knew that if it was a Victoria, if there were Victorian sides, they'd be playing at the G. I didn't know which sides it was going to be, but I knew that it would be at the G. It always has been. We'll wait for the others too.
Don't know.
I'm telling you, man, you just want fair, unfair, fair. That's what you want. You want unfair, then you want it fair for 4 weeks, and then you want it unfair again. It just doesn't make sense.
We're still going, boys.
Well, we'll wait for Mick and then we'll move on. And we'll talk about some games.
I'm leaving it now.
Yeah, you can say whatever you want, but it's not going to happen and use it wrong. No one's playing fucking finals at the Cattery. No one's playing finals at fucking at Marvel when you got Collingwood and the Bulldogs. It's never going to happen. And it's ridiculous, man. The whole competition is unfair. Every fucking year. Next year, you're going to get the fixture. It's going to be unfair. Everyone's going to complain. Why are they playing the bottom seed twice? Why are they doing that? Why are they doing that? Why are they playing there? Why don't Collingwood travel? Why are we traveling so much? And then when it gets to finals, you go, oh, no, now let's make it fair. Ridiculous.
Yes.
Oh, here we go. Super chats. I have been missing a few. Sorry, chat. Mark, so what? Essendon haven't won a final since, this must be an old one, 4th. September 4th, 2004, 8,020. Fucking hell. He's doing absolutely stats on you. 2026, 80, 26 days and counting, mate. LOL, also Essendon have their worst year ever, is it?
Thanks for that information there, Oz. Thanks for that, buddy. Thanks for the information.
Is that the worst year ever? I didn't know that. Mark, who's your favourite Collingwood flog? Eddie, Tomato, Maguire. So who's your favourite one? Eddie, Tomato, Maguire. Peter, put me on the big screen Dacos, or AFL Golden Boy, Nick Dacos.
It's got to be Mick Sacker after tonight, mate. Mick Sacker after tonight.
Who's your favourite out of these three? Eddie, Tomato, Maguire. Peter, put me on the big screen Dacos, or the Golden Boy, Nick Dacos.
Yeah, I'll go with Dacos.
Tomato, Maguire.
You're gonna go Dacos. What about you? What about you, Mick? Which one's your favourite out of these three?
My favourite.
As long as you don't pick Eddie, I don't care.
Peter Dacos? Yeah, I reckon.
Peter's a god, mate. Yeah.
I reckon Peter Dacos. Thanks for the money. Thanks for $7.99. And Mark, you Spud, you already have MCG. Yeah.
What's that? Yeah.
All right. Been a fiery one. Exactly. Unless everyone plays each other twice, it's never going to be 100% fair. This is about what does a team get an advantage if you finish higher in position on the ladder. You play in your state. I don't understand. You don't understand that. You play in your state.
Looks like we're not alone.
Fucking hell. You play in your state. You play in the best ground at your state. That's what you do. You play at the MCG. Doggies play at the G. Essendon played the G. Carlton played the G. We all play in the G throughout the year. It's not like you've never played there. Have we settled the argument? I don't think this argument will ever get settled. I think it's gone a 50-50 here. I think the top two agree and the bottom two disagree. All right. Let's finish off your 2 seasons. There you go. One last hurrah. You don't care? You want to move on? You just finished off. Anything to talk about there?
Nah, look, someone asked me earlier in the chat. It's what we expected, really, isn't it? Geelong's a class team, especially down there. It was always going to be pretty tough for us. Look, we had a crack for a while. We dug in. It wasn't as much as like the final score probably looks worse than it is. We weren't too bad. We had a bit of a crack. But yeah, look, it's that was the season for us. We don't know any of those top teams. That was a result that was highly likely to happen. I think the only thing I'd say is Toby Nankervis bounced back really well. He's probably one of our best. I wasn't happy with his performance the week before against the Saints. He bounced back really well. And Tim Taranto, Jack Ross, brilliant again. They've been brilliant all year. And those two will be 1 and 2 on our BNF. That's all I'll say.
Nice.
Can I ask you, Liam? How do you finish second last? How are you looking at this year? Has there been a progression or a regression, or just the same?
So yeah, it's hard. I don't want to use the word regression, but yeah, you definitely can't say we got better at all. I don't want to use regression, but in some ways it is. I mean, we won 5 games the year before. We won 3 games this year. 2 of them were against the same team. So clearly there's some work that we need to do in the off season. As you've asked me before, yeah, I think the coach is definitely one we need to look at. I really think if we come out and have a poor start to next season, you'll see another mid-season sacking. That's the truth. I think for now it's just take the season. It is what it is. It sucked. It wasn't good. We've got a few things to work on. High performance is another area. Obviously, we had him go, I think, 4 or 5 weeks before the season went out. So we need to work on that area, getting the best out of our players, getting them back on the park. We're already looking into list management. Looks like that, what's his name? Kieran Briggs, Giants Ruckman's coming in. So that's good. That's an area that we need. Stanker, as he's getting older, so we're going to need someone to fill his shoes. And if Essendon are getting pick one, I think they might get whatever his name is, Van Hoddem or whatever his name is, that Ruckman. The only one, yeah, we had 2 delistings today. Don't know why we've got rid of Liam Fawcett. Doesn't make sense. Played 7 games this year and he kicked 12 goals. Would have thought that's a player you'd want to keep around. And he's been kicking goals in the VFL too, but guess we don't rate him. That was an interesting one, but yeah. Logan Morris.
Chat's been going a bit crazy. They reckon you look like a Logan Morris.
Mate, I don't know if that. I'd love to play footy like him. I had a good watch of him on Friday. He's a gun.
He's an absolute gun, mate. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't care if I look like him. I'd like to play footy like him, though. Or if he wants to come to Richmond, we'll definitely have a spot for him. Yeah. Logan. Yeah, all right, Logan Morris. I'll take that.
Nice.
Jeez.
There you go.
He's a young fella as well, mate.
He's very young.
Like
yeah.
I'm well older than him.
He's only
He's
21,
21. I'm 28. Get in.
Yeah.
So
He'd be good pick up.
For the Dockers.
There you go. Marco.
Yeah, boys. Thank God the season is over for us. So didn't really expect anything different this week, mate. So yeah, I mean there was a little bit more of a better effort there, but obviously Caddy career best kicking 6 goals. This guy's going to be a champion. So congratulations to Caddy, mate. But yeah, again, it's just decision making. Getting our ball towards our forwards and just turning over the ball. Disposal just ridiculous. So yeah, a couple of instances, I guess. I'm not going to complain about the umpiring, but there was a decision made. I think we were about 16 points up in the last quarter, and the umpire threw the ball up in the ruck contest in the middle of the ground, and the ball went up to about waist height and directly to the Port Adelaide ruckman, took the ball, went forward, they kicked the goal. I just don't understand why they just didn't bring that ball back. Just it was a mistake the umpire made, call it back and throw the ball up a lot higher. So that brought the Port Adelaide boys within 10 points, and they created a bit more momentum, and obviously they got over the line against us. But again, umpiring decisions, atrocious. I'm not going to tell you which umpire it was, but certainly made a massive error there. So it's going to happen in the final, and I think if it did happen in the final, it would have been brought back. But because the game was irrelevant and nobody really gave a shit, they let it go. So all in all, thank goodness the year is gone for us boys. Let's get some young talent in the draft and see if we can get some trade players, some experienced players, and hope for the best next year, boys. But it's good night, Irene, from us.
It is. All right. Collingwood far out. They smashed you from pillar to post from the first moment. Did you say they were going to win, Mick? I think you did.
Nah, man. I always tip us. But in my heart, I knew we were going to lose this, man. Yeah, this was it was a dead rubber for us. We really had nothing to play for. Before this game, we were going to end up playing a Victorian-based team at the G regardless of the result and regardless of other results. So we went into this game, and the talk before the game was, are we going to rest players, blah, blah, blah. Nick Dacos and Darcy Cameron put their hands up at training and said, we want to play. The correct decision would have been to rest them, but anyway, it is what it is. They smashed us. Brisbane had a lot more to play for. They needed to secure the top 4. They needed to gain percentage on Hawthorn. So they went out and just fucking were ruthless and just went absolutely nuts. Look, no excuses from me as a supporter. We would have, even if we did have things to play for, they're a much more talented and better team than us, and they would have won. But I will say that the margin was exacerbated by the situation of us probably not treating the game properly. Nick Dacos and Darcy Cameron in the last quarter sat it out. So, yeah, and ironically, that's where we kicked a few goals. But Brisbane look fantastic. That's all I could say. I would have, going into this game, I would have preferred that we rest a few players. Because we didn't rest players, some people had to exert themselves a little bit more than usual, which may affect them for next week. For example, McStay had to do a lot of ruck work because Darcy Cameron came off. Frampton had to play a full game where the ball just lived in the Brisbane forward line there. So it could have been, we've probably made a bit of an error there. We probably didn't, we should have just tanked this game. And if the AFL wanted to fine us, just pay the fine. But that's the way it is. I was at the game, and to be honest, after the second half, I spent it all at the bar just with my mates, and just made momentary glimpses at the TV. And every time I looked up, Logan Morris was kicking another goal. There was a strange moment at about half-time. I was outside having a dart, talking with my mates, and a player that plays in Collingwood's reserves, Harry DiMattia, was walking past us outside the ground. And I'm looking at him, and I'm looking up at the screen, and I can, Logan Morris is banging goals in. And I'm thinking, mate, we could have had Logan Morris instead of this guy. In the same period, Logan Morris probably hasn't missed a game for Brisbane, has been banging the goals in. Harry DiMattia still hasn't even debuted for us and doesn't even look like it. He has been an emergency a couple of times, but his form in the reserves is not worth him getting picked. The season has turned out the way it is. I'm very disappointed. Some other Collingwood supporters are using injuries as an excuse. Look, when we were full strength, we were losing games. Yeah, just remember that, guys. We were full strength for the first few games of the year. We were losing games. We copped the injuries. Suddenly, all these kids started coming in, and the mantra was, Collingwood's got no kids. But all of a sudden, we get these injuries, and suddenly Swadling, who's averaging over 25 possessions a game in his first 4 or 5 games. We're seeing little kids like Hayes and West, who's had a good game in this game. So the injuries have allowed us to play these kids, and it's showed the footy world that we have got kids. They just needed to have a chance to play. A lot of disappointing players in this game, and they've had disappointing seasons as a whole. I'd like to highlight Dan Houston. Dan Houston, I don't know why we got this bloke, man. He just had a shocker. And it just does not seem every game we just wait for that great game that he's going to have. He just never has it. And there was a bit of a blessing. He broke. The rumor was that he broke his finger or something at the end of the game. But I was like, oh, this will probably help us. But now I'm hearing that it's not serious and he's going to play this week. So that's the way it is, man. I'm not, as you know, I'm not a fan of the wild card round, but we're in it and we'll play it. And of course, I'm going to be cheering for my team. But as we said earlier, it is kind of bittersweet. I don't feel we deserve to be in the position that we are. But if the AFL has decided to give us a slight chance at progressing further, then we'll take it. And that's it.
Good review.
Yeah. Any questions?
No,
Mick,
I think it was
what do you think
expected.
is a pass mark for next year, then, buddy?
For next year,
What do you think is a pass mark?
First, before I answer that, Mark, look, we're still in it. I don't like our chances at all progressing in this final series. But if a pass mark this year is a prelim, yeah? If somehow miraculously we end up in a prelim, I'll give it a pass mark.
Yeah.
For next year, I'm very concerned with the way the club is being directed. All the messaging we're getting is that where things are happening, great things are happening. We are gonna whatever. Great things. Craig Kelly is fucking leaving, so we're not going to have a fucking CEO. The CEO. The reason Craig Kelly was CEO because he had a brawl with Graham Wright. Now, we paid Graham Wright to fucking travel around the world for a whole fucking year because he didn't want to hang out with Craig Kelly. And then he left and Craig Kelly took the main job and now he's going. And while this is happening, Graham Wright's at Carlton and he's rejuvenated Carlton. So, I don't know how someone can look me in the eye and say things are going great at the club. Speculation about additions for next year. All I'm hearing is over 30-year-olds. Jesse Hogan, Stringer, Lockie Neal, which I support, but all those other guys, Toby Green. It's like, come on, dudes. This could be a reality. Maybe we can't get A graders anymore. Maybe they don't want to play for Collingwood. The attention. Maybe they're looking at us and thinking maybe they're not progressing as well. I would, if before a lot of Collingwood, myself, the Warble, he's in the chat as well. Adrian, we're sometimes very unpopular amongst Collingwood supporters because we just fucking say it call it as we see it, man. We just fucking say it out loud, and a lot of people crack it at us. But it is the way it is, man. It's what we see. And people are telling us one thing, we're seeing another thing. Ran over. Next year, pass mark, to answer your question.
Yep.
Finals, yeah. And when top eight. Yeah.
You can't answer that, Mick. You can't answer that now. First of all, you're still in the season, right? You haven't gone through now and drafted players. You don't know what's leaving, what's coming. How can you talk about next year's pass mark? Like, you just don't know, mate.
You don't.
Like, imagine you pick
it's
up.
A hard question to answer.
Yeah. Imagine you pick up like something stupid, right? Imagine you pick up like Butters, fucking all the good players, and and then you go, well, now we can have a look. But how can you fucking, like, we are still in season and you're asking about next year? It just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. Let's once you finish the season and then you go through the draft, which I think is the important thing, then you can say, all right, now we can see. And like you said, Craig Kelly, so now you got to find new CEO, like we found at Carlton.
That's the thing.
CEO makes a big thing. I mean, he's a big thing in your club, man.
And we've got a lot of decisions to make in the future, and he's gone. And the messaging we're getting as supporters and members is everything's fine, things are moving. It's like, what do you mean? CEO's fucking gone. And we only gave him the job because he had a blue with the guy that wanted to be CEO, and that guy's gone, and he's gone to our biggest rival, and he's turned them around. And we're going to stand there and say everything's fucking fine. Come on, man.
Yep, fair enough. Fair enough, mate. You sound like what we sounded like at the start of the year, man. And then all you want is things to turn around. You want to start to see progression. And when you don't see that, man, the club deserves to be attacked, mate. Like, and
Exactly.
supporters who
Rock
don't
it, mate.
agree with that.
Yeah, we've got supporters that just fucking accept all this bullshit and just fucking, Fly's fantastic. What do you mean he's fantastic? Let's take a chill pill here, guys, all right? The big mantra is he won us a flag and took us to 2 prelims. First of all, the flag that we won every game by less than a goal, mate. One little tiny umpire decision or something could have happened and we could have lost one of those games, and we're not talking about premierships, yeah? We were so lucky to win. Look, all credit to him, he got the win, yeah? And in the grand final, we should have won by a lot more. We missed a lot of shots. Fair enough. But let's judge this year, yeah? He's played Ned Long for about 7 weeks in a row as a defensive forward. Each time he played him there, he was fucking putrid. We've been in positions in games where we've had the game won. We've gone defensive. The other teams have come back and won.
Yep.
Yeah, man.
I see that.
He needs to be criticised. It's enough of this fucking like he's some kind of fucking miracle maker. Yeah, man. It gives me the shits, man. His presses are fucking insufferable, man. Yeah.
All right. That's good. At least you're honest about the side. As I say, man, we get the same, man. Like, you know what's funny about us? Now that we've turned our season around, now we're getting supporters criticising us for supporting our team, who's saying, you were saying things about them at the start. How can you support them now? Like, we're saying things because we were upset, man, and they weren't doing the right things. Now they are. You know, they're doing exactly what we've asked them to do, you know, or what we wanted them to do. So, but anyway, talk about the mighty Blues. Not many people picked them, even with people going, Fremantle weren't trying, and that they were trying. I reckon they slowed down in the last half, but they just got outpaced and outbeaten. Blues come out. To tell you the truth, I didn't pick the Blues. You saw I picked Fremantle. I thought they were still going to be good enough. So just quickly on Fremantle, I don't know, man. A bit worried about them. Their coach come out in the press conference and made every excuse in the book. Freaked me out. He blamed the players that he left out. He even blamed what time they played. That's what he did in the press conference. So I was thinking to myself, that's bad, man. Like, he should have just come out and said, listen, we'll beat them by the better side on the team. You know, we're going to bring some players back. We're going to look at what we did wrong, and we're going to make sure that, you know, we get it right in the next game. But he made a lot of excuses. So fuck him, fuck Fremantle. Fuck Voss getting run down by Holland, one of the great runs down. That reminded me a bit of the St Kilda grand final when that
was a great play, that. Yeah.
Fucking okay. And what that showed was this is a fringe player now because he can't get in the side. So he gets in this week. He only had like 6 possessions, but it just showed that goal was a goal. He didn't stop, you know, and that just shows the difference in the Carlton Football Club at the moment, man. We just never give up, man. We're playing our game the way we want to play. Players are stepping up, mate. That was a good game by the Blues, man. We absolutely smashed them. You can say whatever you want. They weren't trying. They didn't do a home ground, whatever. They had to travel. They didn't care. They already had whatever. That's all excuses to me, man. You were 4 goals up. You kicked your first 4 goals, so you were trying there, right? So, and we just outplayed them, outmuscled them, and actually the coach outcoached him. He was very good, man. I got impressed with the win.
I'm not being a smart ass here, yeah? All right.
Yeah. Yeah, sure.
Freo, look, and
There for me.
yeah, I'm going to set him off here. No, I'm joking. I'm seriously, I'm not being a smart ass here, okay? And this is a conversation I had with a Carlton supporter at work earlier today. Now, they kicked the first 4 goals, yeah? They did not have a lot to play for. They were finishing first regardless of the result. Do you think that could have affected their intensity in the game, which would have helped you guys get the job done?
It could have. You'll never know. And I'm sure that.
Yeah.
I'm sure deep inside in your brain there is a time when you don't go 100%, and everything's going to lift to this week, because finals is the next level. Like people go, oh, it's only round 25. I'll tell you why this is finals. I'll tell you why this week's is finals. It's simple. There's no next week.
Yeah.
That's why it's finals, right? Yeah. Every other week, you might be playing to get into the A, you might be playing to get into the 4, you might be doing all of that, but there's always next week, right? Yeah. There's no next week. So it's going to lift another intensity.
And not only that, 95,000 at the G on a Saturday night.
Screaming. Fucking screaming, man. That's going to be huge, man.
That's a final, That's a final.
It's a final, and it's also good for our team. It's good for the kids, mate. They're going to experience. Fraser said this. What's good is we're experiencing final kind of games, and that's going to be good stead for the future, right? But as far as that game, was their intensity maybe a bit down? Yeah, it could have been, because they would have thought. But you know what? You got to be careful about that shit. Because if you reckon you can turn on and off what you want to do whenever you want, you got to be real careful about that. Because what happens next week when they're playing? Who do they play? Hawthorn.
Okay. Yep.
I think Hawthorn. Over there, you know what I mean? Like Hawthorn's not going to let them go, So, but anyway, I don't really care what they did. I care what we did. They still finished fucking 10 games above us, whatever they did. They should have beaten us. They should have pumped us, man. We finished 10th. They should have beaten us. We absolutely showed them up. We came in with the right intensity. Players playing well. Frankie Evans is playing well. People kicking goals. I talk about our captain, Cripps. This bloke has all of a sudden taken a step back, right? And it's helped our midfield. This is what I'm liking about it. The other one that stepped up was Pitterhead. In the last 4 or 5 weeks, he's been awesome. He looks like he wants to play, like he said, you know what? I'm number one ruckman. He made Luke Jackson look like a fucking fool at times, But
who was the best player in this game?
For me, I picked Walsh because Walsh was extraordinary in that first half when we needed. Frankie Evans kicks 5, so I gave him votes. Pitterhead was up there. I gave him 3 votes. Who else was up there? I think Florin had a really good game, but probably for me it was Walsh. When we needed to win the game, he was the man, and Jagger too. Jagger's been extraordinary. So the midfield took it away, and Pitterhead was good again. I'm telling you, look at in his eyes, man. He's going to be important this week because he's coming up against Gawn, and Gawn could take it away, So I'm impressed. I was impressed, Finishing off this season, you can't say we don't deserve a chance because we do. Like you said, you've come into it differently than what we have.
Yeah.
We've beaten Fremantle, we've beaten Brisbane by 70 points. We've beaten the Doggies, we drew with the Doggies, you know what I mean? GWS when they were above us,
it's been a weird this whole Fraser run you've had. It's been weird. There's been some absolute monumental wins, like the Brisbane one and the Freo one that just come, but then there's been these weird close wins against Essendon and Richmond, but they were still wins,
I know.
Then we beat yous, and the draw. It's been a weird one. It's kind of like it's.
But we're not the finished product, Mick, man. Like things happen. Like that happens. But even the one against Essendon, they brought it up to us that night. But we still won. Like sometimes you just have to win those games. And same with Richmond. Richmond, for some reason, we've had real close games for a while, We beat when we beat Geelong, that was another good win, But you're right. Hey, listen, this whatever happens from now on, it's been an amazing year by Carlton to turn this around and now look like, look like we've got something to play for this year and in the years beyond. They really look like the players looked locked in, mate. That's the difference. Those 1%ers, they look locked in, man. We play a good game now.
Yeah.
It's a good game, man. You watch our game, man. We're hard to beat, man.
I can't watch your games.
You know what I mean? But we were a good game, mate. They play a good running game. They play a front half game. They're leading the competition in marks, uncontested marks, so they know how to control the game. They're still a beast in contested ball. You know what I mean?
And most importantly, selection integrity, man. That's what I want my team to have. Instead, we're playing fucking side bottom and crisp every week, and they're giving us nothing. Fraser would have dropped them, but no, they're playing every week, and it's the same shit every week. So I am envious, man. I'm envious.
One of the reasons we're so good at the moment, right, is the young kids.
Yeah,
we got four. We had four fucking Rising Star nominees, two top two, right? So you got Billy Wilson that's changed the game for us. Byrne is an absolute bloody beast in tackling and that and kicking goals. And then you've got, like, of course, Jagger and thing. They're just leading the way. That's what you need. And they've earned their spot and they can't get kicked out now. Who's going to take their place? Zach Williams is not coming back in unless there's major injuries.
Yeah.
Saad has played his last game, even like Wiedering, when we played him in the reserves, right? Under Voss, he would have played that week. He would have been straight in.
That is the most admirable thing you could ever do. Wiedering is a fucking A-list tall defender. No, you're coming back through the reserves.
Yep.
I have to admire that, man.
And he's better for it.
Yeah. Did he play this game against Freo?
Yeah, and he was huge, man. Wiedering's huge, man. Wiedering's huge, man.
Now you got Wiedering and Dean back there. I'll tell you what, man.
It's looking good. Cowan's starting to look good. I've always said Cowan reminds me of Maynard. That kind of tough, like I'm loving what he's doing. And Billy Wilson's been huge. And Florent from Sydney has been fucking huge for us, man. He's been huge, man. He delivers that ball. The run and carry from the back line has been huge, So, I'm nothing but happy. Wild card, best decision ever made.
Sorry, Rocco, for the wild card's sake, and actually I was going for Carlton, to be quite honest with you, mate, because you guys were sitting at 11-10 in a draw. So if Fremantle had beaten Carlton, it would have been 11-11 and making the wild card. So it was probably a good thing that Carlton did win, to have 12 wins and 10 losses. I'm not saying Carlton, if it was another team, say, for instance, Richmond, and you had more losses than wins, but still made the wild card.
It doesn't matter. I
mean, for the wild card's sake, to me, you got to win more games, than lose.
The wild card, you've got to be the 10th best team.
Yeah, that's right. But I mean, if you lose, but you can lose more games.
You can't say that, Mark, because you know why? Because you don't know what the other teams are doing. Like,
that's right.
You're getting other teams that are dominating, but if you're getting a closer game, like you think about it, this year, we'll put up the ladder, right? This year, 8th spot finished on 12, 13. Normally, 12 games would win it. Now it was 13 and a half. I know there was an extra game actually this year, so maybe that kind of caused it. But you just don't know, man. You just don't know. But regardless, it doesn't matter. We ended up with 12 and a half wins. So
like I said, I'm not saying against Carlton, mate, at all. This is not about Carlton. That's why I was going for Carlton, just to show that the wild card, you got to win. You got to win more games than lose to be given that opportunity to play finals. That's how I see it.
Maybe, but I mean, it's just you're going to get it where the 10th spot isn't going to be that good. It's going to happen. Like next year, the 10th spot might just scrape in.
That's right. Yeah.
It is what it is. It is what it is. But anyway, as you say, Collingwood and thing, I spew that Western Bulldogs beat Melbourne because I was looking for. I know Mick wasn't looking forward to it, but I was looking forward to current Collingwood. I thought it was.
Yeah, I was
all the way.
Fucking hell, man. Yes. Look, younger people do not understand. Younger Collingwood supporters don't understand my fear.
My son.
You know, like
Oh,
in a final. They don't understand. I've got the history, mate. I've been there. 1988, we smashed you in both home and away games. Come the finals, you smashed us. And
Yeah,
I just see that happening. And like, he's in form. We're choppy. I just did not want to see it, man. I'd rather lose to Bulldogs and get kicked out than lose to Carlton and get kicked out.
It's real funny because every Carlton supporter I know said I put up a poll.
Yeah.
And over
everyone wanted to play Collingwood. Yeah.
50-60% said Collingwood, like all the Carlton supporters wanted to play Collingwood, and all the Collingwood supporters didn't want to play Carlton. That's the mentality so far because we've been playing well and you guys have been, kind of like just scraping it in. But
it would have, look, in my opinion, you would have.
Once the cop there, man, you know how it is. Once you get to that game, man, fuck, it doesn't matter anymore. But anyway. 17 and 18th. There you go. You got it. Yeah. Apparently, it is the worst season ever. But there you go. But
who's saying that? What do you mean the worst season? What, as in the AFL standard or something?
Essendon's worst season ever.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Hey, before you go, Mark? Before you go, Mark. Yeah, it is what it is. Before you go.
It is.
Look at this bloke.
How
you go? Mate, can you put a top on? Because seriously, we've got kids watching.
Mate, I'm ringing all the way from Dubrovnik in Croatia.
Well,
where the beaches, as you can see, are very, very
nice.
different to the Greek islands that I was a few weeks ago. Looks like Magpies might be good night, Irene, against the Bulldogs. And if you got money to spare, throw it on the Carlton Football Club because I'm telling you, it's going to be the next what do they call it? The next Lazarus.
Look at Manny's just loving getting the Carlton supporters on his side, man. He's just been doing it all year, man. He just loves. Look at you. How is it over there, man? Are you missing Australia at all?
Look, I have to admit, I did miss Australia for about 30 seconds. Then money went into my account, so I then realised that I can spend more money.
That's good, man. That's good, man. Have you been watching the games at all?
I have been watching the games. I think Brisbane at the moment is definitely on fire. Sydney's got its own underlying issues, which we won't sort of touch. But I think it could be funny enough, I think it might be a Carlton grand final. I've got a feeling that Carlton might be there, or it's going to be Brisbane and the Dockers. I know it's a big call, but that's
big call.
Yeah, Brisbane Dockers.
Hey, listen, can I just say we got Matul, our favourite Greek. She's asking, is that a nude beach you're at?
It's exclusive. No nude beach here. However, I must have not read the memo because there's a lot of things that are exposed at the moment here on the beaches. So let's just say,
show us.
It's designed for eye therapy. It's definitely a place for eye therapy. But
all right, beautiful, man.
But anyway, all I could say is that as a young fellow who's gone home late from school, and his father said, "Mate, where were you?" And he says, "Dad, I was at Jenny's house, and we were doing some homework." Anyway, so he then sat on the kitchen table and he grabbed himself a snack and he said, "Hey, Dad, these fish cakes taste really, really nice." The father said, "Son, go and wash your hands. You're eating a donut."
You're a dickhead.
This guy,
You're a
man.
dickhead. Well done, Manny. Well done. Well done, man.
He's been practicing, mate.
I thought
Well
I'd make you
done,
laugh.
mate.
Practicing.
Listen, have a good time. Enjoy yourself, and we'll try to get on next week.
All right, guys. All the best.
Good to
Take
see
care.
you, Manos. Good to see you,
Bye,
buddy.
mate.
Ciao, ciao,
Yeah,
ciao.
mate.
Oh, mate.
There you go.
Whoosh.
Mr. Manos.
All right, let's get in.
He's looking dark as well. Like he's tanned.
That's a great place of the world too, man. Dubrovnik.
It'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
It'd be fantastic. Before we go on, tipping's of course finished. We'll just get quickly into that. As you can see, Liam's been crowned the winner. 148. Rocco made a big comeback. I said I wasn't going to finish last. 142. Manny on 139, and then Mark only 118. If you keep picking Essendon, that's what you're going to get. So,
yeah.
So well done, Mark, for winning. Well done, Liam, for winning the Fourever tips this year. You are crowned the winner this year. Well done.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Enjoy your
I'll
prize.
remember to stay forever.
Greatest stuff. All right, let's go. There is you can call it whatever you want. This week we're playing. And we're still in the race to win this grand final, man. And you must believe. I read your fucking super chat. How many times I got to bloody read it? It was the one about the bloody thing, mate. Like I read it, and he said it was. He said it was. Who did you say? I think he said
Maguire.
Oh,
he said
yeah.
Maguire, and then we went for it, and me and Mick said bloody. How many times do I have to read it? Thanks again, Slobo. You're a champion. We know you know we love you. All right. There is a wild card final. Call it whatever you want, but it is a final, and it is coming up this Friday at the MCG, not at fucking Marvel. Finals are played at the MCG in front of like 80, 90,000 people. That's the way it should be. Friday night at 7:40, Collingwood v. the Doggies. I reckon this is going to be a good game, man. Everyone's going, like, this and that. It's going to be a close. I reckon both finals will be close games. I reckon they're good finals this wild card. So there you go, mate. There's your champion.
As passionate,
he's the one that's going to have to probably bring it home for you.
He's the only player. What are you talking about, man? He's the only one that kicks ass all the time, mate. I'm sick of it, man.
Brownlow medalist.
Yeah. Imagine he doesn't win the Brownlow.
Hey, it's impossible, man. They've already paid it out.
Yeah.
They know something. They've already all the betting. I think it's sports betting. They've already paid it out.
Yeah.
So who knows what's going on? But anyway, big wild card, whatever you call it. It's going to be Friday night. The stadium's going to be rocking. I know, Mick, you're going to be pumped up as anyone, mate. You're going to be wanting, and if you win,
you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to be pumped up. I'm serious. That? I'm not going to be pumped up. I'm not. I'm going to the game, obviously, but I'm not going into the game like pumped up, like fuck. It doesn't seem like I know it's a different situation for you, Rocco. For me, this doesn't seem like a big finals game. Maybe that will change when I get to the game. Maybe, when the crowd's there and, it's different. And if it's a close one, of course, I'll be going off my going nuts. But right now, I'm just not feeling it, man. And look, as I said, man, if we lose this, I'm not going to fucking. If we lose this, I'm not going to take a selfie of myself crying. Like other. But I won't be. I don't look as of now. I don't think I'll be dejected if we lose this. Yeah. Yeah. That's how I'm feeling right now. It could change, man, by Friday.
But you
All
certainly
right,
got
but
the
let's
advantage.
go in.
You've certainly got the
Let's go
advantage.
in. What's that?
They've certainly got the advantage, Collingwood, this week playing at the G.
Yeah.
Certainly got the advantage.
A doggies. Where did the doggies play? Melbourne just now.
Last week. Where was that? I don't know. Was that at Marvel?
Where was it, Liam? Where
It
was
was
it?
at the G. Yeah, it was at the
Oh,
G.
it was
It
at
was
the
one of the-
G.
It was one. Yeah, I know. It was one of their 2 games there this season.
Oh, yeah. And was it against a team that could rarely lose at the G, was it? Was it against Melbourne, who rarely lost at the G?
Yeah, it's true, but they had something to play for.
Oh, so and
They
they've got
thought
something
they thought
and
they
they
were
got
playing
something
for
to
a
play
home
for
final,
this week
but
too. They got something to play for this week too, and they had something to play
easy.
for the week after.
Yeah, easy win this week. Easy win.
No, I don't
this
know,
week.
but I was going to say.
Nah, I'm not getting sucked into it, mate. So don't try.
No, because you're wrong. Because all finals should be played at the G in front of 90,000 people. Mickey boy,
I said I'm not getting sucked.
tell us about this game, mate. We're like at the end of the day. I know you're talking shit. You're trying to be You're trying to be fucking Galifiani there. You're trying to be fucking Tony Soprano. Just trying to be cool. Knock off a few.
Hey, stop breaking my balls here.
Still the best series ever. How are you going to win this, man? Because seriously, I still think it's a close game.
Yeah.
Right? It's going to be a good game. I don't care what anyone says. This game will be a good game. How are you going to? Yeah, I mean, Wobble reckons they'll go in favourites.
We'll win this game. Yeah, Ed Allen will have to go head-to-head on Bontempelli and do what he's been doing for the whole second half of the year, going head-to-head with one of the main opposition midfielders and mitigating their effect and still getting possessions himself. That will ensure that Nick can get more of the ball. Unfortunately, we rely on Nick. We're going to need him to have a big game. Hopefully that rest in the last quarter, last week, makes him a little bit more fresher. We have our defence has to hold up against Brisbane. We got absolutely obliterated. Young Puncher was found out, but I'm going to back the kid in. Not sure if they keep him in this game, but hopefully our defence gets back to where they were earlier in the year, where they were very miserly and it was very hard to score against with Frampton and Jezza Howe. Jezza Howe will be his second game back from a broken arm. And I always tip the Pies. So I'm going to tip the Pies by 14. But I think right now my heart is saying the Pies too. So I'm tipping the Pies by 14. I reckon the Bulldogs might be a bit overawed by the occasion. Yeah.
So you believe?
Yeah.
You're not saying that. You think that you can beat them?
Yes, we can.
Right.
I reckon last week was a bit of an anomaly. It was obvious for anyone there that our intensity wasn't to the standard, and we're playing a much lesser opponent. And Fly, in his wisdom, in his presser, said, "You will see a different Collingwood next week." I'd like to say I trust you, Fly, but fucking earn my trust, mate. Make it happen, mate.
Any ins and out for you guys? What do you think is going to happen this week?
We're probably going to get Lipinski in, and who else would come in? That's the only one I could think of right now that is like a regular. And to be dropped, we're probably, it's going to be between Harvey Harrison, Rowan Steele, and fucking Will Hayes. And I hope they keep Will Hayes in. But there shouldn't be too many changes. I think Houston will be fit, in my opinion, unfortunately. Oh, yeah, sorry, Quaynor. Quaynor will definitely be coming in. So Quaynor and Lipinski will be coming in. And I'm not sure who we're going to drop at the moment. I hope the young kid Puncher had his colours lowered last week with Logan Morris going absolutely nuts. He wasn't on Morris the whole game, so it's not all his fault. But he looked very out of his depth. I hope they back him in because, he's played some good games before that. So, yeah, Pies by 14.
It's Penry and Maynard. He's out too, isn't he?
Maynard's out for the season, apparently. Did his knee training, so
Yeah.
That's bad.
yeah.
And so
Yeah, that's killed us, man. Maynard and Perryman were helping the defence out. They both got injured at the same time. And then Howe got injured. Suddenly Frampton's trying to do all the work by himself. Of all people, Frampton is the main guy marshalling our defence with youngsters all around him.
And that's what happens. These young kids, I mean, they do well, but then when they've got to when they've got to become the main defender, it's going to hurt them, man. They're young, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want them to take that responsibility, But, I'm thinking the Dogs only, as I said, I reckon it'll be close, but the Dogs have been humming in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they have.
They're looking good in the last 2 weeks, man. So they're starting to get their mojo back. But I was speaking to a couple of Doggy supporters, and they're not confident at all. So I reckon between the both of you, no one's confident. No one's confident who's going to win this game.
One of those ones.
That's really close.
But it's good. As I said, you might say, "Oh, it's not a fault, mate." To tell you the truth, Mark, Liam, you wish you were playing in these sort of games now, man. That's exactly what you want your team to be doing now. You know what I mean? Come up against the best now and see where you can go. And you might not say you probably haven't got a chance, but you have got a chance. You got a chance. You're still in it. If you're in it, you're still in it, mate. You're still in it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, at our best, we win it, mate. It's just how it is. At their best, they win it. So it's a very intriguing game.
It's a good game. I'm telling you, both finals are good. And we'll go into the next one, which is the Melbourne Cup. This is another good final. So it's Melbourne. This is going to be Saturday night, 7:35, same venue at the G. I think that's where all finals should be played. So this is a great decision by the AFL to play.
No. Play it at Marvel.
I heard they wanted to play the Donald Reserve over here so we can get all the Reservoir boys down, but no, they're going to play there. So this should be a good game. Look, we're going in. Melbourne's got a few injuries coming in. I heard Lever's out.
Is Van Rooyen playing?
No,
Van
Rooyen's
still
out.
suspended.
He's out?
Yeah, he's still suspended. And I think that Phillips got injured. So they got three. So they're going to bring in some players. We are pretty much healthy. So Haywood and Haynes are going to be available. They said tests, but I'm sure they're going to be available. So I'm thinking they'll come in for definitely Hollands will go out, and either Lewis Young or the Dirksen will go out. One of them two will go out. Dirksen's been playing well. I just think Lewis Young is more valuable to us because he can go into the ruck, do a bit of a chop out there and that. So that's what I think will be happening this week with us. We're going to go in. We're going in with confidence. You know what I mean? We're on a good winning streak. What's going to happen? I don't know. Melbourne's still a good side.
They have not lost at the G this year, Rocco. Melbourne.
No, they did this week against the Doggies.
I think they've lost.
Sorry. That's why on my shows I rely on the chat for all the fucking stats like that because I keep making
I think they did lose another game too.
They lost to Geelong as well.
Yeah, so they have lost two, but they've
not had a good finish to the year, really.
Some of my luck at work fucking said that to me. Melbourne haven't lost to the G, and I just went with it.
Went with it. You sound like you should get a job on the mainstream media, mate. Just go with it. Don't worry if it's right. Just be the first one, mate. Just be the first one. It's going to be a good game. I think both games are going to be close. I think we've got them by I said by 8 points today to my son. I reckon it's going to be a close game. I think the big battle for me is, of course, Gawn and Peter Ned. I think Peter Ned, if he can do 50-50 there, we go a long way to winning this game. Gawn's, so important. So important for him. But Peter Ned in the last 4 weeks, I was saying this last night, it's not that he's only playing well. He looks different. He looks like, if you look at him, look at his eyes. This bloke looked like, hey, I'm the number one ruckman, because even last year, TDK was always the number one. This year, he was number one, but there's always talk about, we got this youngster, we got this youngster. It's almost like in the last 3 or 4 weeks, he's turned around and gone, hey, I'm the number one ruckman, and he's been playing like it. So I think that's going to be huge in the middle. I think we can win the centre clearances, that centre battle. I think we can do it. I think our midfield's like humming at the moment. Backline's running well, doing really, really good work. And the other one is called Cozzy Pickett. He's the other one that you got to watch. This bloke can take the game away for you. So, mate, we were talking about it last night. I don't even know who we're going to put on this player, but he's a bit like Dacos, where we might have to rotate players on him and just – he's going to get his 20 and a goal. If we can get him on a 20 and a goal and make sure his kicks aren't as effective, you've done a job. But he's going to be effective. So they're going to get their run, Cozzy. So Cozzy and Gawn for me are the ones. Their forward line looks very thin now. They got Petty up there kicking goals, and he's been good. Last week, fucking hell, he wasn't dropping a mark, and the week before. So he's been good up there. But with Wiedering, Dean, man, if we can stop him, I know they got French up there. He's another one who can kick some goals. So they definitely got some players who can do damage. But
and if they had Van Rooyen and Lever, they'd be more dangerous. It just seems
100%.
It just seems
100%.
the stars have aligned for you guys to win this game, Rocco.
Maybe, but I don't want it to take it easy. You know what I mean? I'm looking. I can see that the coach has got everyone in line. They're saying, like, even when they were asked before Melbourne, they were playing. They were saying, "Oh, you might be playing Collingwood." They didn't really react. They just said, it doesn't matter who we play. We're just going to do the process. I think they're all focused. I think it's going to be good. I was saying to Dylan today, I was going, look, it's a final. You can call it whatever you want. It's a fucking final. Everything's going to go up a level, a little bit more. You know what I mean? So this is going to be the level. Why is it going to go up a level? There's no next week. You know that. So it's going to go up a level. We have got experience in there in finals. You got Cripper, you got Walsh, you got Wiedering, you got Akers. I think he's going to be really important. He's a big game player. We've got these players who have played 3 and 4 finals. It's their job now on the night to control the younger kids, to make sure you don't get overwhelmed, and make sure that if you do make a mistake, make sure you get on top of them. Make sure you calm them down. Make sure you get someone like our Billy Wilson. If he makes a mistake, go again. You know what I mean? That's what you want the team, mate. Because how have we been winning? We've been taking on the game. Front end game. We've been pushing running forward, handballing forward. Like we've been waiting for leads, controlling the ball. We can't let it overwhelm us, but we won't know until Saturday night if they can handle this, you know what I mean? So because it is next level. As good as we've been playing, it's next level now. But win or lose, it's a great year for Carl. It's fantastic. I'm fucking over the moon, mate, because where we were from 1-8 to where we are now, and looking like, we've got a good coach, players looking good. We look like we're going to get, we're going to get Cody Walker in there. We'll probably secure another forward or something. I don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? The young kids are looking good. 4 rising stars. The young kids have cemented their spot. They're playing a good game plan. Other teams are talking about us, saying how we're dangerous now and that. So whatever happens, trust me, I'll be I'll be barracking hard. But whatever happens, I've got to be proud of these boys, man. When they play bad, man, I give it to them. I hammer this team bad, mate, because I'm like you, Mick, or you're like me. I mean, I won't let this team go, man. Like, if I want the best for them, you know what I mean? I don't want mediocre. But to me, finishing 10th isn't mediocre for us.
Yeah,
Mate,
it's a different situation. It's a
massive
different
achievement.
situation. Yeah.
Massive achievement. We were looking at finishing at the bottom of the ladder. We were second last at one stage of the ladder. Second last. And now we've come and won, 11 and a half out of 13 games or whatever it is, 14 games, So that's it. So I'm going to say 8 points to Carlton. I think it's going to be a good game. It's going to be an exciting game. And if
Look at this, man. Look at this in the chat, man. You made it. Someone's imitating you in the chat.
What's happening?
Someone's got my name with a Nazi thing. What's going on here?
Mate,
Oh, look at that.
Me,
what's
man.
going on
Is
there?
that you?
It's not me. No, it's not me. So,
it's not. Yeah.
Mate, what have I done wrong?
Is it?
No, you've done. That's right. There's no time. That's not you. I was wondering if that was you before. So they come
it's
up.
not me. I just want to clarify that. That's not me. All right.
Yeah, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of that little thing, man. Come on, man. All right. Let's go. We've got Geelong. We've got Lucas in there. How are you, Lucas, man? You'll be shitting yourself because if we beat Melbourne, we're coming up against you guys, I think, the week after.
Yeah.
Oh, Lucas!
You'd beat them as well,
Melbourne, we're coming up against Lucas. Loving it. So, yeah, that's it. Any questions before we move on?
So winner plays Geelong, and Collingwood, the winner plays Adelaide. All right. Yep.
Yeah,
may the best team win.
Yeah,
that's all it is, man. It's good, man. We're going with Dylan, man. Dylan is, mate. He's over the moon, man. He's over the moon, mate. This morning, getting tickets, he was in and he couldn't fucking unlock it, and he was on the phone with me and he was stressing out, man. It's not unlocking. What am I gonna do? And then Lucky Bocek was on the other computer. We ended up getting tickets, you know what I mean? But he's stressing out. He's pumped. So we're all the boys. I think 5 of us are sitting together. We're going to get early, go down to the pub. And this is what it's all about, man. And I was about to say this to you, Mick, before. Put a smile on your face and enjoy the fucking week, man. Like, don't make it such a depressing thing, like, I'm not. Just enjoy it, man, because if you can't enjoy these moments, man, how miserable are you going to be? Like, you've got to enjoy it, man. Embrace it.
Man. I know.
And embrace it and have a good time, man. And as I said, man, for me, man, getting together with my son now and the boys and going to watch the game together and hopefully last time we
You know what it is, Rocco? User in there as well, and you look good. That's what's bothering me, man.
I know. You get a bit. I know. But it could all end this week. Fucking. Last time we played Melbourne was in that final where we won by like 1 or 2 points, whatever it was. And that day there, we're at the ground, and the Melbourne supporters. Look, I have to admit, like Collingwood, just scumbags. Richmond scumbag supporters. Essendon fucking the worst. Melbourne are right up there. Melbourne are just this arrogant bunch.
That is true.
Aren't they, man? Like, I get that we're all like hate each other, so you got that fucking kind of like this. But Melbourne, they're just these arrogant, and they were that upset because they were leading, I remember, and we came back, and they were giving it to us. And when we were coming back, our whole bay was hammering this bunch of Melbourne like hypocrites, right? We were just giving it to them. We'll hammer them that bad that they got Mars kicked out of the ground. So he missed the last quarter. He got kicked out of the ground because they complained.
Well,
but Dylan still got the video when we won that game and how the crowd just went at this fucking bay. Like, you should have seen it. We should have all been arrested that night. We just went at them, mate. They were just left with their heads in there. They were just absolutely devastated. They're just a bunch of sooks, man. That's all they are, man. They just arrogant, cheese eating, snow skiing, fucking Range Rovering.
Oh, man.
Just so I'm gonna enjoy myself this week. I'm gonna make sure I enjoy myself the whole night.
Man.
Yeah, 1 point we beat them by. We did 2. I think it was a point.
What's it?
Rocky, you going to the game this week or you still banned? For me to know and you to find out. Let's just say that I'm going to be having a good time this week.
Is that Manny commenting?
What's that?
Don't worry. All good.
Yeah, and that's
I'll have to look up for you guys at the game. Actually, I'll be there.
Where
I don't know where I am on Friday, but I know where I'm on Saturday.
Where are you Saturday?
I'm on the gate. I'm on gate 7.
Gate where?
7. So I think
You gate 7?
Yeah. It's like
All
City
right.
and Goals kind of around there.
All right, I'm going to come through gate 7.
I'll let you through.
All right, I'll come in
You
with
see?
my junior passes. I'll come and see you.
Yeah, and I'll keep an eye out for you, Mick. I don't know where I am on Friday.
Yeah.
Come on, okay, we're all mates. I know you used that last night, but we
If I
kind of
see you, I'll
started
take
it,
it out
didn't
for
we?
sure.
No worries, Liam. Yeah.
Yeah, level 2 my place, yeah. So that's it. So that's it, man. It's gonna be huge weekend, man. Huge weekend, and it's good. It's good. And then we'll see how we go for the week after. But I'm pumped. I'm wrapped away. The boys are going at the moment, man. And that's it.
Just want to quickly say the Warble's doing a show after this. He needs a Carlton person on his show. So just
He was
putting
saying
it out
that.
there. He needs a Carlton guy.
I'm not a Carlton person.
But jump on anyway if you want, Liam. You'll be going on through the
a
night.
Carlton person, mate. That's all.
I would come on, Wapple, but man, I can't after I've done 3 hours here. I can't come on, man. And plus I've got to work in the morning.
It's bedtime.
So, yeah, I've got to go work really early in the morning, but that's it. That's it, guys. I think that's been a big show, man.
Hope both of your teams get smashed on the weekend, boys. Sorry to say, mate, but it is Fourever rivals.
I wouldn't
Nothing but
expect
hatred for your
anything.
clubs.
I wouldn't expect
No.
anything.
Go the Bulldogs and go to D's.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect anything less. But at the end of the day,
Fair enough.
that's not going to happen, I reckon.
But I
wouldn't be surprised if Carl and Collingwood both get through.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I wouldn't. I'm glad we're not tipping these games. I'm taking my winning
I'm telling you,
run.
they're both good games,
These
man.
are
They're
really hard to tip.
Yeah, I'm tipping Bulldogs in Melbourne.
What else would you do?
I reckon.
Why would we listen to you, man? You 118 you got this year.
Because Essendon's not playing.
I reckon if one of the rival teams is winning, I'll back Carlton instead over Collingwood.
We've got a huge chance, man. I'm telling you, we're going in with a lot of confidence this week, man. So, as I said, they got a few injuries, so hopefully we can take advantage of that. And I think if we win that, the confidence will build up. It's going to be a tough. You know it is, Mickey boy. You don't understand this, Mark, but you know it is that first quarter. The nerves are there by everybody, and there's a few fumbles, and you know what I mean. And there might be a big hit, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And there's this and that first quarter, and then it's almost who settles the best, you know what I mean? So, and you guys have got experience. That's another thing that you're going to have over the doggies, you know. But it's not like they haven't played finals. They got some good players in there that have played.
They got
finals.
experienced players. Yeah.
It's a good game.
Yeah.
They're good games. I'm telling you. The AFL, you have to give them credit. It actually worked this year. The wild card for them.
It's worked out all right.
It worked for them, man. They're getting 2 big games this year. Of course, Carl and Collingwood would have been huge, but now they're actually getting 2 big games instead of 1 big game. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they get
exactly.
one day, Collingwood the next. You know, like maybe that was their whole plan at the end of the day.
You
Get
never
2
know.
big games instead of 1, because then imagine the Dogs playing Melbourne. You know, that's not as big. You know what I mean? Like and that's it. All right, guys.
Boom.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
to the chat. Thanks to make sure if you like what we do, make sure you get your tickets for the big day out. Tickets selling fast. The link is
Indeed,
below.
yeah.
Even all your Collingwood supporters, get your bloody tickets. Come down there and have a beer, mate. Like seriously.
Absolutely, mate. Even the
I
West
have to
Coast
admit-
supporters are coming, mate.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
the way from Perth.
No, they're not West Coast supporters.
My dad's coming. He is a West Coast supporter.
Is
Oh, there
he
you
coming
go.
down? Is he?
Yeah.
Is he gonna come?
Yeah, we'll
Fucking
be there.
With your dad, Lee, I'm going to hang
That's
around for
sick,
you,
man.
mate.
I'll be wrapped to have a beer with your old man. I've met your old man once at the footy there.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, that was a while. That was when I first got here. It was crazy.
Yeah, we
Like
met.
that.
We met there, and well, it would have been a Carlton. Was it Carlton Richmond?
No, it was Carlton Collingwood.
Oh yeah,
I
might have
remember.
been.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
so,
my first
cool,
week.
like, no, so there you go.
It was Richmond Geelong the next day, and we got pumped. As
That's
always.
right. Yeah. Yeah. So we got Yeah. So get down there, have a beer, and I have to admit, man, this TJP Magpie Army Chronicle, fucking Collingwood scum, bloody Geelong scum have all united this year, and man, I heard that did Bo and I think Peter V, they went on Lucas's channel the other night. Fucking, they're on their channel more than they're on our channel now, man. So,
That's it,
no,
mate.
it's good. It's good.
We all found each other, mate. It's a good little community, man. We think the same,
that's
and
it.
it's all good, man. You know, we don't give a shit, mate.
We got a love-hate relationship.
That's it. It's got to be
Love-hate
somehow.
relationship.
Got to have good cop and bad cop, mate.
That's it. All right. Go to Mighty Blues, and we'll see you next week.
Go to Dons.
Can't the D's.
For him and himself.